Hello and welcome. I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and you have found your way to TPK Roleplay. Over the course of the next several months, we are going to play our way through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We call, they answer. Speaking of, we are back. It has been a little bit of a being away. You may notice a few changes around the screen, but no worries about that. All is well and heading forward as we seek a way to bring the dawn back to Icewind Dale and end this never-ending winter. As for the game itself, first and foremost, no attempts to make the story child-appropriate have taken place. This is a tale of cold isolation, alien incursion, and self-centered divinities. This actual play stream contains adult language, descriptions of violence and light gore, scary images, and, generally speaking, a great deal of cold. Our players are here to warm the night. Safety tools are in place for the players, but you, as a viewer, do not have such a luxury. If you know of any sensitivities related to these topics or get uncomfortable at any point, please feel free to step away and return whenever you are ready. We will be here. Barring that, kick back, relax, keep all heads, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Slap that follow button to join the growing TPK community. And, slap the follow button to join the wonderful world of TPK Roleplay. Click the Discord link that will spontaneously appear. There it is. There it is. To be part of the growing TPK community. And, above all else, be good. That's the rule. Be good. Now, with all of that out of the way, we need to work our way through a few introductions just to remind you of who we are, where we've been, what we've been up to. Now, for our characters, no time has passed at all. For us, it's been a bit. So rather than a question for the night, just take a moment to introduce yourselves, the character you're playing, and that's really it. So we'll just focus on that. We'll keep it short and sweet. No question of the night this evening. But we do have introductions, and I'll give you a heads up now, Rox. Since we are going to be having periodic guests, and the guests will be on my left, you're probably going to be going first forever now instead of being last.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I can't make up my mind.
So that's something for you to know now for the rest of the campaign. So we will begin with you. Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. I can't tell you how they got their greatness. All I know is it's Rox.
I can't tell you either. Hi, everybody. My name is Rox. I'm going to apologize now because if there's ever a question, I cannot make up my mind fast enough, so I probably will not be able to think of an answer fast enough. But my pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing Neo tonight, whose pronouns are also he, him. And yeah, happy to be back.
You're doing great.
Trying.
Wonderful, fantastic, perfect. Continuing up and around in the upper left section of your screen. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. But what I know is that they're joining as a permanent cast member. Now you know. It's Sir Heckalot.
Hey everybody, oh my gosh, it feels weird to say my catchphrase now because you already said it. You already know. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know. Tonight I am playing Astoria, who is an ASMR bard, who uses the pronoun she, her, and I use pronoun she, they. And moving on over.
Perfect. Heading down and around, we will point out that Al is under the weather this evening, so please keep them in your thoughts. We're certain they'll get their voice back and recover soon, so nothing problematic, no worries there. Continuing down and around in the right center section of your screen, words are easy, like the wind. Faithful friends are hard to find, and such great joy it is to introduce this faithful friend. It's T.
Hi guys, I'm T. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing Brahm the Human Paladin, the form today. His pronouns are he, him. the big dumb buff guy who's trying to survive where it's very cold. And there's lots of tall, attractive people around, very tall. And he's just out here making his way in the world, hoping to accomplish his mission and helping everyone hopefully not die.
Wonderful. Brahm has a tendency to find the tall and attractive NPCs in this game. I'm not sure.
He just has like a natural eye for them.
Yeah. And last but not least, in the bottom right corner of your screen, in our guest slot for this evening, how far that little candle throws its beams, so shines a good deed in a naughty world. And no beam is thrown as far or brightly as the lamplight in the bottom right. It's Janie.
I am Janie with she, they pronouns, and I am playing May with she, her pronouns.
And tell us a little bit about May, since you'll be the guest.
She is she was a retired bard. I don't know what's going to happen now. It's a mystery.
So that's what we know. May was a retired bard, and maybe that
Living
will
her
stay
life.
that way.
The best life.
The best life. The kickback life. As for me, I am the last hit point hero. I use the he, him pronouns. I will be the DM this evening, making up all sorts of different characters. I think that is the gist of me, the gist of the introductions. Oh, I closed it. So, there are two things that we usually do. Now, often I have Old Bitey give a summary, but Old Bitey has a rather limited length of time that wonderful croaky voice can go before you just can't understand a word that he's saying anymore. So rather than an entire book length of fish summary, I will bring everyone back up to speed. The party are currently seeking the means to return the sun and end the eternal winter set in place by the Frostmaiden, goddess of winter and cold. Every night, she rides across the sky, putting in place a spell which suppresses the sunrise. The spell takes the shape of green auroras, which are the only separation between night and day. Icewind Dale has suffered this winter and darkness for 3 years, but the people are hardy. They've made the most of it. Some of them have continued their lives as though nothing is wrong. Others, they would love to see a sunrise again. Which is what happened with our party. A Fae being has decided that they want to see the sunrise, and that this party, that they are the ones to make it rise again. During their adventures, the party have come across a group of wizards from the Arcane Brotherhood who are seeking a place called Ythryn. Not all is well among the Brotherhood, as the wizards' original intentions to work together were undermined by their own ambitions. The party has agreed to share information with Avarice, a tiefling wizard that they met in the basement of a castle overtaken by a cult. The agreement was, so long as Avarice warned the Ten-Towners about a dragon that was coming, that the party would give her any information they received about Ythryn. They have a sending stone that connects to her, so they can reach out whenever they would like. Additionally, after defeating the dragon during that deal, they met another member of the Brotherhood, Valine. The plan is to double-cross Valine. It's definitely top secret, and certainly there was not an owl in the window that heard everything being said about the double-crossing of Valine. I'm also certain that owl was not the same one sitting on Valine's shoulder moments later. So no worries about that. They likewise have a sending stone connected to Valine. Interestingly enough, the stones are basically identical. The party has been sent to find Nass, a third member of the Arcane Brotherhood, who stole Valine's Professor Orb, and find the Codicil of White, a book of rituals to the Frostmaiden. These items will allow them all to find Ythryn and the massive Mythalar within. Mythalar is an artifact able to amplify any spell cast into it. You can see why the Arcane Brotherhood would want it, and why the party may as well. Their most recent lead is from a frost druid named Revison, who claimed to serve the Frostmaiden directly, having met her more than once, and had a bell in her possession engraved with Dark Duchess. After saying goodbye to Azarus, we pick right back up, in the snow, in Lonelywood. Now, when we left off, Lane was away, Mercutio having taken him away. And that is actually where our story will begin, is in Lane's home. With Lane, his arms crossed, staring into his living room. Now, the cabin is small. It's a modest place in Bremen, but it's home. Clean, neat, tidy. At least it was, until a fae became the babysitter. Really, Mercutio? I mean, really? Don't you think this has gotten out of hand? Lane looks around. He absentmindedly swats at a vine that descends from the canopy of trees that now fill what was his living room. Mercutio stands next to Lane's two goblin children, the trio wearing matching mosquito net-covered hats, machetes in hand. A jaguar leaps toward them as the fae guiltily zaps it into a kitten mid-pounce. Mercutio, if you want to see a sunrise again, you'll have to trust the others to do it. I need to be here to teach you a little more responsibility before I leave you with Cade again. Do you think you can handle that? Fine. And in a beam of sunlight and a small circle of wildflowers, Mercutio disappears. The rest of you have just said goodbye to Azarus. It is about 10 in the evening on the 16th of Nightfall. Or Nightall. The portal closes behind, and you all look at one another as a cold wind blows. The town is yours.
Brom just kind of stands there for a really long time, watching where Azarus disappeared. He doesn't really seem quite sure what to say. At least until he turns around and would actually embrace Rock. Embrace Neo, not Rocks! Reaches through reality. No.
All the hugs.
No, he'd hug Neo.
Neo's gonna hug back. Thank you.
I think I need it too.
I think we all need it right now. But I guess the work doesn't stop, so we should really go, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should find somewhere to stay for the night. Brom looks at their sled and grabs both ends of it and starts pulling it much more slowly than Azarus had. I think maybe tomorrow we should call that elk.
Oh, for sure, yes.
He says he's able to pull it, but he pulls it at maybe half the speed Azarus did.
I don't know how we're going to be able to keep up this sled without Azarus around to pull it and take care of it. I think we should name it Azarus.
We should name it Azarus. Maybe we could use some horses, or I mean, we could use the horn to summon an elk, and that would disappear when we don't need it. I think that might help. Brom seems to wish someone smart was here to help figure this out.
Well, I mean, elk are quite strong. I think that's a very good plan. Do you think the speaker would let us stay in that very unsettling room again?
I don't see why not. Better than being out here.
And I do not feel good after the last fight, so we should get some rest now.
Right. I can cook something for us. I'm not as good a cook as anyone else really, but I'm all right.
No, I'm sure you'll do amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's go talk to the speaker.
Skipping ahead a bit, you're able to meet up with Nimsy, the halfling speaker of Lonelywood, and she is saddened also to hear of Azarus leaving the group, and looks at the four of you remaining and goes, of course, you're welcome. Welcome to stay as long as you'd like. She takes you back up to the room that you stayed in before. It's one human-sized bed, the fireplace, the attic, essentially, above her home. She says, just 1 minute. And she goes downstairs and comes back up with a plate of small cookies. They're little people-shaped cookies. And as you look at them, there are 5 of them. Each one has been shaped to look like one of you 5. With Azarus's Warforged cookie being the outlier at the moment. Nimsy looks at you and goes, I heard such good things about you all that I thought that I would have these ready when you got back. It's a little treat.
Very thoughtful. Thank you.
Yeah, they're delicious. As he hasn't eaten it yet.
Thank you.
Brom would give the Azarus one to Neo.
Thank you. I'll hold on to it. Maybe for a rainy day. He just puts it in his shirt pocket or something.
Oh God!
It's just peeking out of the top, just
No.
after his cookie head.
Dude, Brom's gonna make an Azarus doll.
Yep.
But yes, he'd thank the speaker, and anyone who wants to use the bed can use it. Brom will just sleep on the floor.
Yes, he's Brom sleeps on the floor, so he also sleeps on the floor.
Mirth collapses in a heap on the bed dramatically.
Yeah.
I hope he sprawls out to take all the bed, just
Absolutely.
Filling the space. The evening itself passes uneventfully. You're able to drift off to sleep, do whatever odds and ends that you'd like to do. You receive your full rest and all of your hit points and all of your spell slots. The next morning, the 3 of you wake up. Who's the first one up in the morning?
Probably Brom, since he does his early morning prayers.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Brom. This seems like a very Brom thing to be perception checking.
20.
That you don't need the rest. 21. That's perfect. Brom, when you wake up, maybe it's Azarus being gone. You absentmindedly check on everyone. You look over and Neo is curled up in a tight ball sleeping. Storia, your new friend, is stretched out, sleeping as well. And on the bed, where you left Mirth, there is a ring of grass. And Mirth is not laying in it. There is another person laying in it. Standing on the headboard above them, you see Mercutio. Mercutio, they have a nightcap on and a night robe, and what you thought at first was a little teddy bear, but with a closer look, it looks like a little stuffed Warforge. And Mercutio looks over at you and goes, "Shh, she's sleeping still."
Who is this?
I don't know.
You don't know, says Brom. He looks a little insulted by the idea. You just kidnap someone you don't know.
Makes you think I knew any of them. Anyway, I'm taking Mirth to the beach. This one's... I think she'll work. Bye! And the little 8-inch creature simply disappears. Janie, what does Brom see? Who does Brom see laying in that ring of grass on top of a bed?
There's a woman and she's wearing purple. and it's got a bag and a big stick in one of her hands. She's sleeping really soundly, at least, but she's got this big stick. She looks like she doesn't look like an adventurer type. She looks like a commoner.
Uh-oh. Rob is just like, who did he kidnap? Should I wake her? He just kind of like stands there awkwardly for a while. He's not wearing his armor, but he's, even without his armor, he's a pretty big dude. And with his armor, he looks like ridiculous. But yeah, he's standing there in like his Under Armour like tunic, and they aren't really pants, but pants, I guess. Like without socks. Like trying to figure out if he should walk towards her or if it would freak her out. He's gonna decide to very quietly put on socks and put on his his armor padding before he decides to do anything.
Yep.
He's also gonna very carefully, once he's done that, go ahead and poke Neo very gently. Try and wake him.
Yeah.
There's someone sleeping on the bed. I don't know who they are. He says, like looking over, like he has a very like concerned face, like he's afraid that if he goes over there, she's gonna freak out.
Neil didn't even look over. He's just like, it wasn't that Mirth?
No. Wait. He reaches over and pokes Astoria, like.
What? Good morning.
There's a woman on the bed. I don't want to scare her. Can you ask her who she is?
Sure.
Rob's not a very smart person, but clearly he's afraid of freaking her out.
I think at this point the story is just kind of accepted that this is a very strange situation, and it's just like, people are just gonna freak out in any way that we go about this. So yeah, she's just gonna quietly walk up and just kind of like gently try to wake this person in the bed up, like, hi, hello.
She's gonna freak out more if like a 225-pound Chad like shakes her awake. So let's choose a girl.
She's not even gonna open her eyes right now. She's just gonna hold the stick up and say, breakfast better be ready.
Ron kind of looks down at his rations. We do have some breakfast, ma'am.
May, the first thing you realize as you start to wake up is it's cold.
So who didn't put the fire on?
Oh no, the fire is on. It's just not enough.
I think I want to say that as I like wake up. I was like, you should have let the fire go out last night. And then I'm gonna open my eyes and notice I'm not where I thought I should be. So I'm gonna close them again. Wait a few seconds.
Maybe you should let her sleep. As he's still turning around and giving her
Who are all of you in my cabin?
We aren't in your cabin, ma'am. I apologize.
This is my cabin.
He looks around like, how do I tell her it's not her cabin?
I think you might be dreadfully lost. Are there still like scorch marks and like blood stains in this room?
There would be scorch marks off to the side, yes.
Okay.
And the most unusual thing is there is a ring of grass on top of the bed. So that's
that too.
Well, the most unusual thing. Yeah, this room's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you're in. You're a long ways from home, probably. He says, kind of. He's trying not to eye her too much because that's weird, but also like not looking at her is weird. So he's just kind of like looking at his feet, trying not to be weird. You're very far north. You're in Icewind Dale. he's presuming she doesn't live there because she doesn't look dressed for it, but who knows? Maybe he's just really bad at guessing where people live. I mean, he's bad at a lot of things, so that's entirely possible.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yes. Well, and you're in a house speaker's house. You know, like it's we're in her attic. Our friend just he's like, how do I say vanish during the night without making her freak out?
Brahm just turns to Neo and says, how do I say vanish during the night without making
I mean, he's thinking it. He's thinking really hard. Look, he doesn't have a lot of. How much intelligence does he have? He doesn't have a lot. Let me see. His intelligence is 10. So he's like thinking really hard. And he's like, I think you're here to, in place of our companion. It won't be for very long, so don't worry. But I think we'll have to get you some warmer clothes.
Yeah, but it's this cold. Yeah, some fairy wanted to see a sunrise. And then that's all I remember. And then I woke up here.
Yes, our Fae friend has an interesting habit of transporting people without really telling them. We've been awfully rude. I'm Astoria. This is Brahm. This is Neo.
I may.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's good to meet you. I do have an extra tunic if you would like to use it. It's wool. How tall is May?
Answer that question very carefully.
Oh my goodness, like 5.5 feet.
His shirt will be like down to her knees, and like it's gonna be like an extra. It's probably like an extra large or something. Like you could conceivably wear it. It would just be very large, but it would keep her warm.
You know what? He will. Thank you very much, and she'll just like put on, and as she goes, she'll find a piece of rope tie around the waist.
There, the added warmth. Unfortunately, there's nothing he can do to make leggings fit her, so I'm sorry, but at least she has a wool shirt now.
It's long enough.
He'll do his thing, and he takes off his cloak for probably the 10th time in this game, and wraps it around her shoulders. It has a little hood. It's made of wool, so it's extremely warm, and it's weather resistant. So the best thing about wool, and the reason why it was used a lot in the medieval period, is because it's resistant to rain, snow, heat, and cold. So it's a great thing. And also, if it gets wet, you can dry it, and it will be just as good. Versus a lot of cloths will, be spoiled by getting wet.
Thank you. You're very kind.
You're very welcome. It's the least I can do for you. He kind of gestures like this.
So how do we find this sun thing the fairy wants so I can go back home?
There is no sun.
Okay. So what do we do about that?
We have to find a boat, I think, he says, and picks up the little red bell.
It's an old bell, cast iron. You can see written on the rim of it, right along the bottom, or not written, engraved, the words Dark Duchess. It's a ship bell, so it's pretty good sized. Seems like it would be the deck bell to a boat of some kind.
Okay. So which way is the sea?
I think out on this lake. I think we have to shake the bell. Like looking at it like as if it'll provide some answers.
The bell looks back at you blankly.
Doesn't ring the bell, does it?
Doesn't ring a bell.
It does not. Brom will start putting on armor. He wears splint mail, which is kind of like full plate, but it has like different little like segmented pieces. He's already a pretty large guy, but it makes him even larger and noticeably heavier. Like probably if he jumped or like tried to hop, he'd leave an imprint in the ground, like on the wood wherever he landed.
Are you gonna eat breakfast yet? And he finally gets up. Who is this? You're new.
No, you're new.
You've got a point.
Oh.
Yeah, hi, my name is Neo. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is May.
Did you eat breakfast yet?
No, where is it?
Just looks over at Brom.
Well, I have to make it, he says. Like, he's already in his armor, but he's like, he can still move decently in armor, so it's not too much of a bother, but it is a little more awkward. He seems a little frazzled, but he'd start like cooking, and
A few minutes pass. There's some metallic ding and ring and scratching as pots and pans slap against plates of splint mail. How? You can tell me, roll or no roll. How is the meal, Brom? How'd it turn out?
turned out okay. It's edible.
All right.
It is, a professional chef did not prepare this. But it tastes like food, and it's better than the ration cake.
You all have breakfast. Get to know each other a little bit better, maybe a little bit more comfortable. Probably fill in that you're not the first to be brought to Icewind Dale, and we really don't know how long you'll be here. But good luck while you're here. What is the plan for after breakfast?
Let's get out there on that lake. I think that sounds right.
Want to follow the bell?
See what we can find.
Oh, Brom's gonna ask his ring. He's gonna hit Torm up to help him.
Okay.
So he's gonna hit up his ring and be like, "Oh, Torm, please, for the love of you, tell me, are we supposed to go on the lake to find the ship?"
The sense that you get in return is, let's see, wheel, woe, or neutral. You get a good feeling about ringing the bell at the lake.
He looks at it and kind of like brings it close to his face. "Thank you," before putting it back on. And then he goes like, "Oh, I think we are supposed to go to the lake. We'll just have to make good time," he says, remembering the last time they got stuck on the icy lake. That wasn't cool at all.
How far away is the lake?
Well, it's right. He kind of like points through the wall with his hand over there.
At the wall?
Well, if the wall wasn't there, you'd be able to see it.
That's informative.
It's a lake, you know, this is a fishing village. Well, sort of. There's a forest too, but we'll be able to see it once we're outside.
Is it less than 10 miles?
Brom tries to remember. Is it?
It's just down the street. It's like at the end
Great.
of
Like right there on the map.
So I got the
thinking
map
as well.
open. You're in the room that says Speaker's House.
It's right outside.
Well, I haven't been outside yet, so.
Pretty cold.
No,
Well, I'm warm now.
That's good. If you get cold, let me know and I can warm you up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fire. Just points towards his hair full of fire. Not even oblivious. Do you want to head out? Do you want to get going?
Yeah, I want to get this done. Let's get the sun back.
Hopefully it was that easy. And then he just starts walking out.
You open the door, and it's dark. It's still night as far as anyone can tell. The rest of you are used to that. May, you feel like you got a full night's sleep, but it definitely looks like the middle of the night. A blast of icy cold wind stretches down the street, and you can see what would be typical morning activities in a fishing village. You see various members of the community heading toward the docks, toward their boats. You can already hear the sound of pickaxes as people are trying to free their boats from the overnight ice, break their way through just so that they can get out to where they can fish. You're able to head that way without any difficulty. Are you going to do this from the shore, on a pier, in a boat? What's your plan?
A pier would be great, but does the ice go out into the lake?
The ice does go out. You could walk on the ice out probably another 200 yards before you get to open water.
I'm going to do that as safely as possible.
Okay. You make your way at the end of the pier out onto the ice itself and start walking. You get probably about 50 yards from where the open water starts before you start to get the feeling that much further could be dangerous with the amount of weight that all of you are bringing to this ice.
Grom kind of looks around, checks the rations and all his supplies, and then puts the bell out and carefully rings it and kind of looks around like,
You lift your hand up and you ring the bell. And there is a pulse with each ding that goes down into the ice and stretches out into the water. You can see the ice itself seems to ripple in sound waves stretching out away from you. You can hear the echoing of each ding across the water beneath that ice. About 50 yards out where the open water begins, you can see the tiny waves rippling away and growing. A fishing boat that just made it out through a path carved through rocks as one of the small crests passes underneath it.
Do you think we need to go out farther?
probably.
Maybe, though, we should be careful. It looks very delicate.
We do need to borrow a boat. Is there anybody we could borrow a boat from? As he's looking around.
Maybe one of the fishing craft. He says, remembering the fishing boat that had a bite out of it they borrowed.
Is the same guy over there?
He's on the other side of the lake.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we started a different town.
And then you left the borrowed boat in Tourmaline and walked to Lonelywood. So you don't have a boat in Lonelywood.
Darn.
Well, I guess we could buy one off somebody.
I suppose.
Are there any fishermen nearby?
Sure. You make your way over. There, it doesn't take too long before you see somebody that is still preparing their boat. Let's see if I... There we go.
I don't think we need to borrow. We don't need to buy a boat. I think we just need to ask them to take us out a little farther.
And they're probably already on their way out. They're going fishing.
True.
Yes. I suppose we could offer them some monetary compensation for it, he says, kind of like looking at his purse, like, but he'd try and go up and approach whoever is loading their boat.
Sure. You see this older human, long gray beard, short hair, receding on both sides this direction, just kind of an island of hair there in the middle. He's going about preparing the boat and seems to just about have it ready to launch. As you start to approach, there's the crack of the ice and snow underneath you. And his head pops up and looks your way. It's dangerous to be walking on the ice.
Yes, we were hoping to reach something a little farther out.
Yeah, your voice
No.
doesn't sound familiar. Are you visitors to Lonelywood?
He nods. We're some of the
Heroes.
heroes of Icewind Dale.
Ah. So you're Neo and Mirth, Lane,
Yeah.
Azarus, Brom.
Yep, Historia
Yeah.
and May too as well.
Storia and May, I don't know those names.
Yep, they are also heroes of Icewind Dale.
Ah. Well. So you haven't answered. Why are you all standing on the ice?
Brom kind of tries to think of a way to say, like, well, there's an evil boat that's supposed to pop up in the middle of the lake. He kind of is thinking, he's like, I have an item that only works in water. So we were trying to reach it, but it's not safe. Do you think perhaps we could ride your boat just a little bit and try then?
Well, I would be happy to for the heroes of Icewind Dale. Yes, of course. Climb aboard.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Brom
Thank
looks relieved. It's like, phew.
As you head up to and climb into the boat, you notice that there is actually a seal sitting in the bow of the boat, eyeing
Aw.
you as you come in. Pay no mind to the missus. She keeps an eye on me.
Oh, what's her name?
Mrs.
Hi, Mrs., says Brom. Kind of leans over like someone who's trying to greet a dog.
Arr. She likes you. That's good.
She's cute.
Settle in.
He carefully gives the seal of her space and will go sit somewhere.
Same.
Over the course of the next couple minutes, the seal, the missus, starts turning her head at the bow and barking periodically. And it doesn't take you very long to realize that those barks are how Sven is guiding his way through the ice.
Huh.
It takes some time. They go through the different channels that are cut in the ice to simplify going out into the open water. And after, half hour or so, you find yourselves quite on your way into the middle of Mare Duladan, if I remember correctly.
Do we want to try the bell?
Brom gives it to Neo this time. Neo can be bell ringer.
Neo's just gonna go towards the edge of the boat and start ringing the bell.
Perfect. You go up to the side, and just like before, you ring the bell. There is a pulse of this sound radiating through the water. You can look around and you can see the ripple of the waves growing and expanding away from the boat. It passes quite a distance out into the water. And then nothing.
Is this something that we're doing?
I don't know.
Would it be strange to call it under the water? I don't. That's not really how bells work. You don't really ring them underwater, but
You can try.
Sure. Neo, I don't know why, just jumps into the water.
Neo, no!
Oh, no.
Immediate Constitution save, please.
I don't know why.
What have I done?
I don't know why. 5?
5.
No!
as you do your polar bear plunge,
Oh no.
there is a sudden shock of cold and this question of, oh, what have I done? Take a level of exhaustion, which at level 1 means that all skill checks will be at disadvantage. And every single part of you just tightens as you hit that cold water. And there is an audible whoop that all of you hear as Neo hits the water. But as you jump in with a bell, it does ring again. And there is another pulse that pushes its way again, rowing around you, and that visible ripple through the water. After just a moment, Neo is lifted out of the water on the back of a plesiosaurus.
Plesiosaurus!
Baby.
May, you see a 2-foot wide mouth full of teeth rise up out of the water, lifting Neo up completely out of that freezing water. And the head turns and looks at Neo, and then looks at all the rest of you. Hi again.
Thank you.
You're free now, says Brom. He seems way too happy to see this giant monster. Just putting it out there.
The seal starts barking crazily. Your fisherman grabs a harpoon nearby and starts moving his head about. What is it, missus? What is it?
No, it's a friend, says Brom, kind of holding out his hands like, nope.
A friend.
Large and kind of strange friend, but a friend.
He's our friend. We freed him from a dark wizard.
Why doesn't the missus like your friend?
Because he was enslaved by a dark wizard.
We're in the middle of the lake. Why do you have a friend in the middle of the lake?
Why not? Sometimes you need a friend in the middle of the lake.
I can't argue with that. I have the missus.
Have you seen this bell before? She's just shaking the bell.
Why are you all yelling Angajuk?
Angajuk?
Yes.
What's that?
Angajuk. Rivison told me about Angajuk. Said that I would be useful too.
Rivison can't control you anymore. But we need to get to where she wanted to go.
Oh. She said that I would. What did she say? I would rule Merdul Dawn like Angajuk rules the sea.
So we need to get to the sea. Can you take us to the sea?
No, the rivers are too shallow. I live here.
Can you point us in the direction?
The head kind of slowly starts turning. I can't see it.
Do you know where it's by?
It's by Icewind Dale. The fisherman in the back goes, "What are you talking about? The sea of moving ice. It's to the north. 15 miles or so."
Oh. So we were looking in the wrong place. He was like, Well,
Are you able to take us there?
No, the rivers freeze over. It's over land to get to the sea.
Okay.
that's helpful, he says. We should have thought of that. But I'm glad that I saw you again because I wanted to let you know that you're free now.
I'm free? How much was I before?
Not as much as you are now.
Says Brom nodding.
He'll just hops off his back onto the boat. And thank you for saving me as well.
You're welcome.
Do you live in this water?
Yes.
From?
It's my home.
Well, it's nice.
Thank you. You are nice.
Thank you. I really wish I could get to know you better, but we have to take care of this.
Although, one more question. If the rivers are so small, how did you get here?
I grew up here. How did you get here if the rivers are so small?
Well, I can walk on land,
Did you walk here?
partially.
I came on the back of a dragon, says Brom, looking proud. It wasn't his dragon, but it's still a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I just got lost and ended up here.
I feel like that sometimes.
I just woke up here.
I feel like
Didn't we
that
all?
sometimes too. Well,
Brom thinks, okay.
So do you want to stay here, or do you want to go with us?
I live here.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This giant reptilian head just kind of tilts, not knowing what to make of anything.
Brom throws it one of the rations.
It just snaps it out of the air.
No.
You're still very nice.
We'll see you soon.
Bye. This plesiosaur slowly goes back under the water. The seal finally calms down. The fisherman, still harpoon in hand. That was the oddest conversation I've heard in quite some time.
And my apologies. We killed the one that awakened it.
Okay.
Pretty normal for
He
us.
He shouldn't be a threat anymore. But I think we need to head north quickly. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Happy to help. The heroes of Icewind Dale.
You and your missus were really kind and generous with us, so thank you.
Well,
Yes.
we've been cold for 3 years, and well, word comes that every town you touch warms a little.
I hope so.
Back to Lonelywood.
Yes,
God.
please.
He says, "Home, missus." And the seal starts turning her head and barking off to port. He turns to port, turns around, and after a little bit, the missus guides you back in. And you find yourselves back in Lonelywood.
I'm going to have Brom do a couple of things.
Sure.
Is our cow still being stored at the shed here?
You do have a cow at a shed, yes.
Cow's coming with us. It's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to help pull our sled, and we're also going to summon the elf to help pull the sled too.
Oh, this is gonna be perfect.
Okay. So after a little bit of time, you are able to attach a cow and then summon and attach an elk to your snow sled.
Yes.
Everyone in town is looking at you like you are all out of your minds.
That's
Because we are.
I mean, you're not inaccurate here.
Dashing through the snow.
In an elk
We're
cow
gonna-
open sleigh.
Look. Oxen were like a very legit form of transport at some point, so it's fine. At least until like modern times, when people like animals that went fast. And elk, I've never really been domesticated, but this one is, so it's fine. They're really strong. It'll work.
Sounds good.
So
They're in
I
the
don't-
same family. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I was saying maybe it's like, does she need her? Ask if she needs her horse.
Sure.
Well,
Get
I
places
have-
faster.
I only have her for an hour.
An hour is an hour that the sled will go faster.
Okay. She's going to cast Phantom Steed.
Okay. May begins casting a spell, and the snow itself takes form into a horse.
Yay!
This is my horse.
very pretty horse.
He's handsome.
He is.
They can hopefully make this 15 miles go by a little bit faster.
Yeah, she can go. She can go 10 miles. She can travel 10 miles an hour or 13 miles at a fast pace.
If
And I
it
only
were
have her-
if it were over the road instead of over the wilderness of the frozen over and snow-covered Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
But you all will make much better time than walking. And who is leading the way?
Neo.
Directionally challenged one.
He's still the leader, okay?
You're able to get vague directions toward the sea of moving ice. In fact, the townsperson you talk to goes, "Yeah, just go southwest or northwest. You really can't miss it. You'll hit it eventually."
Okay, thank you. And we head that way on the SS Azorus.
You climb aboard, start making good time. Go ahead and give me a survival check, Neo.
Come on, Neo.
So scared.
No!
4.
4. Okay.
Oh no!
I'll take note of that 4. Neo, go ahead and roll a d8 for me also, if you would.
Oh no.
Sir Heck, if you would roll me a d4. T, if you would roll me
Okay.
a d12. And then Janie, if you would roll me 2d4. That would be helpful.
Well,
I got a 5.
12, a 5,
7.
7, and the d4 from Sir Heck.
I'm sorry, I was responding to a staff message. What did I need to roll?
A d4, please.
Oh, 4.
4, perfect. All right. With a survival check of 4, you all start working your way toward the northwest. It's a tough trip. You seem to be hitting every rock along the way. There's at least twice where you cross your own tracks, because you really don't know who other tracks they could be in the middle of nowhere. The vast frozen expanse of Icewind Dale just stretches around you. Your visibility disappears into haze after a couple miles, so it's hard to be certain if things are going the way they should. The ground rises and falls with hills. And after a good 8-hour journey, you find yourself in the middle of the snow of Icewind Dale. It's getting closer to when the aurora pass over the sky. You're still probably about 5 hours before that happens. but if you had gone straight there, you expect that you would have been there by now. The horse long since dissipated, slowing your pace to just a cow and an elk. Go ahead.
Brom's going to try guiding them this time.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I think we're lost.
I agree, says Brom. Let me see. Try something.
And that survival check, Brom.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I forgot if he could have used his Ring of Augury again, but I think it's once a day.
I believe you have a magic 8-ball.
I do? He got a 16.
16?
Survival check.
You're able to look around, gauge the snow, the wind, kind of reassess the direction that you've gone. And with quite a bit of confidence, you point everyone to the north a little bit further. And after another 4 hours, just as the green aurora starts to zigzag in the sky, in fact, as you get close to shore, you can hear the cracking of massive pieces of ice running into each other. As you pass through and the mist begins to fall, you find yourself overlooking the sea of moving ice itself. It is awe-inspiring. Glaciers, the size of buildings, float through the waters, rising and falling in the waves. They pass into and crash into one another. Periodically, sheets of ice pass between them to get crushed as two larger glaciers move together. And as you're watching, you can see a pinprick of green light, a flash of green, right at the time the aurora begins. And in the distance, to the north, a single strand of green rises into the sky and then begins to zigzag across it. And as the green flies, you can see the expansion of the aurora over the stars.
I guess we made it, so I guess we'll try this again. This time I won't fall into the water or jump in. And then he just puts his hand in the water with the bell and rings it a little bit.
You go up to the side of the water. There are pieces of ice washed up on the shore, this rocky shore. You make your way over and past them, place it into the water and ring it. And you can see that ripple of energy pass through again. You see the energy pass through the water.
Uh-oh.
Did we make it? Did we do it?
Maybe try again.
Okay. He'll put his hand back in the water with the bell and try to shake it just a little bit harder this time.
You ring this bell under the water. It's cold against your hand, this frozen, ice-filled sea. Again, you can see the ripple of the sound waves, this almost like you threw a stone in the water, that pass and grow before dissipating.
Try out of the water.
Okay. And then he'll bring his hand out of the water and try it there. And he's ringing this bell real hard, too. Let's try very hard.
You reach your hand up into the air. You start ringing the bell. As the ship's bell rings out, you see the energy again pass through, move out, and dissipate.
Maybe we need to ring it in a specific spot.
Maybe I was wrong.
A few minutes pass, and in the distance, probably 100 yards from the shore, there is this burst of water up into the air. And you can see a bump, a body, crest, go back beneath the waves.
What's that?
A moment later, further to the west, you see it moving.
Shake the bell.
Neil shakes the bell.
The bell rings again. The energy passes outward. As you can see, the ripples get to about where that burst of water would be. There's that. And this figure rises from the waves, turns to the left, and this massive flipper rises into the air and sprays water everywhere. There is a massive whale, 150 yards from the beach.
So is that what y'all happened? Sorry.
No, go ahead. What was that?
Was that Mace asking? So is this what you wanted to happen? I thing.
Yeah, I think so. Says Prom. I know it's a whale, but would he know it's a whale? I guess
That's
would
up
do
to
a
you.
nature check. Yeah. I mean, he knows whales theoretically exist, but also.
So to clarify, like, the whale is heading in our direction now, right?
It's heading west, parallel to the shore.
Maybe we should follow it, and once it's actually on the surface, maybe ring it to get its attention?
That's a good idea.
We might have to bring it under the water. I think it can hear that better.
We can also try both. Do we want to go ahead and follow it?
Hmm.
Neil just starts running after it.
Be careful, the ice is thin. From
It's slippery.
Tromping after him.
So he's like, I'll be careful.
Dexterity check. Now. Dexterity safe right now. Dex safe right now.
Really?
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Why can't I get something good? 14.
That's fine. I'll be careful. Your foot hits a patch of ice and you just like slide for 3 feet. There's that. Is he going to fall? Is he not going to fall movement?
I'll take a slide.
But you don't fall.
Oh, thank
So
We catch
what
up.
you're telling me is that he was like that ice part of the video game for like a second and then he's good.
Yep. Perfect.
Just goes full on frozen and starts sliding across the ice.
So to kind of give a better idea, the Sea of Moving Ice, it's a very stony beach. Good sized beach, and it is covered in blocks of ice. Some of them, the size of a head, some of them just real small. They cover the entire shore. The water itself is very shallow. You're not positive how shallow, but sticking your head in or hand in to ring the bell, you can't really get it down under the water very far as the waves rise and fall. Massive ice flows all around. There are places of open water, but not too many. Generally speaking, it is just a series of giant ice blocks rising and falling with the waves. It's kind of a unnerving place.
As he's running after the whale, he's kind of like running closer towards it as well, and he's like ringing the bell the entire time.
So you're gonna jump out onto one of these ice sheets floating in the water?
Oh, absolutely. Just get a
Okay.
little closer.
I give bardic inspiration to make that, to help make that.
It's probably a good idea. Go ahead and
Everything
give
I
me
can
a
Okay, but
acrobatics check as you jump onto one of the sheets of ice nearby. You splash through the water a little bit.
Yeah, I need to change this die.
it's like, do bardic inspirations stack?
They do not.
Damn it. All right.
And she says,
11.
"You can do it, hot stuff."
Hey. I got
11.
an 11.
And do you want to use your bardic inspiration?
I would like to actually.
Okay. A D8 right now, Janie, I believe. Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a D8 and add that to your 11.
Okay, 17 in total.
17 in total. You're able to jump out onto this piece of ice, and you slide a little bit, and it's slippery, and the waves making it rise and fall, throwing you off balance, but you skitter across it, and it moves close enough to another piece of ice that you jump across onto the next one. Moving your way just a little bit further, it doesn't take too long before you're a good 20, 30 yards from the shore on ice.
We're going to keep going towards it then.
What are the rest of you doing as Neo takes off across the sheets of ice?
I mean, he's getting pretty far.
Getting there.
Brahma's going to sit here and worry about him. It's one of the things that's going to happen.
I mean, at the very least, he shouldn't be out there alone. I could get both of us back should anyone fall in. So I'm just gonna go, and she's just gonna bamf out her angel wings and just follow.
Okay.
How
Wise
many
choice.
people can sit there without it falling apart?
Hard telling. It's a big piece of ice, but it is on an ocean.
It's cold.
It's very cold. So,
Brahma agrees.
Astoria flies over the top. Neo, go ahead and give me another acrobatics check as you run across the ice.
Finally. This is why you change it to die. If you're not rolling them good, natural 20.
A natural 20.
Yay.
At this point, you have adapted. You have gotten your frozen sea legs at this point. And even though the ice is moving and bucking, you're able to jump onto a smaller piece. Your momentum makes it slide across the water. You kind of wakeboard a little bit over a wave, jump to the next one. Before you know it, you're only about 50 yards away from one of these spouts of water into the air.
Okay, from there, he's going to stop momentarily and try shaking the bell underwater.
Yep. You stick your hand under the waves rising and falling. You ring the bell again, and that energy pulses out. It reaches to where that whale is that's surfacing, and it again, there's this, but it comes to a stop at the surface, and this creature slowly turns. And from about 50 yards away, you still see its massive eye, its huge mouth. At this distance, this is a blue whale. It is huge. At first, you thought maybe it was closer than it, or further. You thought it was further than it actually was. But the closer you get to it, the clearer it is. This thing is about 100 feet long. It slowly turns and starts making its way towards you. The piece of ice you're on starts bucking as the water moves, and when it's about 25 yards away or so, Astoria, you have caught up at this point. Its head lifts up, and you hear a voice come from it. Its mouth opens, and it says, "You're not Revison."
No, but Revison did send me. Who might you be?
I am Angjuk.
Well, Anjuk, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Neo. Again, Revison did send me, of course. We are currently looking for Ythryn.
Ythryn.
Yes.
I do not know a Ythryn.
Okay, well, no, that's perfectly fine, of course.
If Ravison sent you, why did you not meet me at the Duchess?
Oh, sorry, I am very directionally challenged, so I did not know which way to go. I didn't listen correctly, so I thought I'd meet you here instead.
I cannot pick up those on the shore.
Okay, do you need us to come out to sea for you?
It would be easier at the Duchess.
Well, we can head to the Duchess and we'll see you there then.
I do not like change. And Angujek turns and dips below the water, heading to the west.
Neil just turns around. He's just like spooked out. He's like, did I just talk to that thing? So we're going to the Duchess?
Whatever that really means. All
Where
I
is
know is
Did-
it's probably west.
Grom does not know what they're saying because he's too far away.
Oh, that's true.
He's just gonna kind of like anxiously. He does that anxious like foot shifty thing at the shore, like standing near the elk and the cow.
Well,
How
Neil's gonna
far,
start.
how far away are they from us?
They're about 50, 60 yards from shore,
Okay,
out on
can
the
I
ice.
use my cantrip message and just be like, "What's going on?" And point it.
Yeah. Who are you directing it at, Neo or Astoria?
Astoria.
Astoria, you hear May's voice in your mind to go, what's going on?
Neo just talked to a whale, and we need to all head west towards the Duchess.
Okay, let's go. It's cold.
That's the real reason.
What did they say?
Okay, let's go. Or you ask, you have to go west, and Neil talked to a whale, and I said it's cold because it's probably right now.
I agree. Let's go. He says, although he's waiting
And
for it.
how can you stand it?
I'm wearing at least 5 layers of clothing, says Brom.
I don't think that'll help. This is ridiculous. It should never be this cold.
It should not, but I'm wearing. He looks at himself. 3 layers of wool, 1 layer of linen, and 1 layer of steel.
Okay, well, we better get west so we can get warm again.
He nods. He's going to try and bring the sled a little closer so that they don't have to walk as far, and then hopefully Neo can get back without falling into the ice water.
Be nice.
It takes a little effort. In fact, this isn't to fall into the water, but to see. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, Neo.
Is there any way I can help, do a whole Titanic moment? Just because I'm just in the air. I don't know how to do it. So just
Go for it.
16.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, Astoria.
oh boy. Oh no, I'm not good at those. Oh no, well that's an extra 1. Great.
You swoop down to try and get your hands underneath Neo to try and lift him up, give him that little bit of a boost just as he jumps. And so you skid across the ice a little bit. It's embarrassing, but I'm not going to punish you for it. You skid across the ice, get your momentum back and fly back up into the air. Neo, without any real difficulty at all, jumps from ice flow to ice flow and makes his way back to shore.
Excellent.
Okay, sorry, just talked to a gigantic well, but well didn't like change, and I guess we have to go to Duchess to meet the well, so that he can escort us at that point. But I guess I didn't really figure out where Duchess was, but the story assumed it's west, so I guess we're going west.
Aren't you cold?
Me?
Yes, you were just in the freezing ice water.
Oh, just a little bit, but you know, fire. If I'm cold, I just, and then he just puts his hand in the fire. Are you cold?
I'm literally so frozen I can't move. I'm stuck here.
Oh,
Slightly hot to go wherever we're going.
okay.
So,
Well,
can we hurry up and do it so that we can get inside somewhere?
yeah, and you can sit next to me, so I can make you a little bit warmer.
Really?
Absolutely. So try the best he can.
The party starts to head west. It's getting close to about 9 in the evening. The aurora has fully spread across this section of the sky. If you watched, you could see it zigzag. And you're close enough at this point where there is a dark speck at the front of the leading ribbon of green.
Huh.
What you can just, well, everyone roll me a perception check.
16.
11.
17,
15.
actually.
And then May.
11.
11. So Brahm, you're the only one that makes out anything about the speck. It looks like 2 massive flapping wings far above.
Brahm stares at it. It's a dragon. A bird. He's controlling their not oxen team of cow and elk as they're moving. But he's temporarily distracted and probably no one knows what the hell he's talking about.
As another half hour passes, your animals are exhausted, even the magical ones, even as magical as they may be. And there is a familiar sound in the distance as the wind picks up.
So we need to make a hide.
And a howl begins to fill the air.
Oh, what now?
A howl.
Oh no.
Do we have a tiny hut?
We do not
Yeah,
currently.
we have one.
Oh, do we?
Oh, we do?
I have one.
Oh, thank God.
Yes!
Oh.
Yeah, let me just set that up for us.
So everyone else, the 3 of you kind of get started making your typical igloo for the evening. When May casts a spell, and a bubble of energy opens.
Thank God.
It's
Thanks,
way better
Mom.
than the igloo.
Yeah, well, I like to sleep in style.
Thank you, May. You saved us a really, really cold night.
I really don't like to be cold either.
The animals will prefer grazing. Problem.
As Neil goes inside too, he's gonna set up at least like 10 different 10 different what am I trying to campfires. Not
So
fireplaces.
it's
Oh, wait,
Liamon's
it's-
tiny hut, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
her hut is purple.
Okay,
Aw.
if I remember, this thing is not as big as it seems. Yeah, this is only a 10-foot radius dome.
10 very small.
20-foot diameter.
It's
That's
20
not
foot
that
diameter.
bad.
20 foot diameter. There's space in there, but
10 very small campfires so that everybody is warm. Nobody is cold.
Just a ring of candles.
Exactly.
it slowly grows warmer under the dome as you see the wind and the snow begin to move in. And as the blizzard hits its peak and the four of you settle down to rest for the evening, that is where we are going to take our break. So we're going to step away for just a few minutes, not very long at all. And when we get back, we will find, well, we'll see if we can find the Dark Duchess. So,
Yes,
see you very soon.
Dark Duchess.
I don't actually know when the audio turns on. It's on now, though. Hi, everybody. Thanks for waiting as we took a few moments to ourselves. Hope that you are having a good evening. We pick up in the middle of Liamon's tiny hut, well, May's tiny hut in this case, as the storm, the blizzard passes in the night. The next morning, you awaken. The hut is partially buried in snow, but enough that you can still get out through the top pretty easily. You're not too far from the sea of moving ice. You wanted to move away so that you weren't in the range of any tides or any problems in the night. You wake up, make your way out, and after just a couple more hours of walking, in fact, 2 more hours of walking, let's see who sees it. Everyone roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
And periodic.
During break,
Woo, 20. Yay.
during break, I was just thinking about this. We rang the bell like so many times, and like probably heard us. Like we were so annoying. 12.
Probably why it's mad.
3.
3.
3 as well.
There's periodically.
23.
Oh, 23. That's a lot better than 3. Periodically, you had seen the spout a few hundred yards from shore. So you're pretty sure you're going in the right direction. And it isn't too long before both May and Brahm point, and about 100 yards offshore, lifted up onto a glacier, is a ship.
Oh.
Unlike the other parts of the sea, it's almost as though there's maybe it's shallower here, maybe it was a bay of some kind, but it's much more solidly frozen, leading out to this ship that's raised up on the ice.
All right. I guess we're walking out there.
You start heading that direction. And as you get closer, it's a brigandine ship. The masts are about 60 feet tall, but they're the sails long since shattered. Just pieces of cloth dangling in the wind. There are massive icicles hanging from the arms of the mast. The ship itself is slightly tilted upright. It's almost as though it ran aground somehow. As you get closer, you can see the figurehead on it appears to be a noblewoman. Her hair pulled up in a style that's popular in Luskan amongst the criminal nobility of Luskan pirates. The ship is covered in frost, icicles hanging from the sides.
Do you think this is the Duchess?
Oh, it looks like that's from the decoration.
Mm-hmm. He nods.
Wonder how long it's been here.
Someone could do an
Can't say I know
investigation
anything.
check if you want.
I can't say I know anything about ships, I'm afraid, but I'm willing to look.
for
Why am I rolling
investigation.
so poorly?
10.
I got a 12.
A 12.
I got 16,
16.
but got like a 6 or something. I'm trying to ride the cow. That didn't
So,
work.
I got a nat.
A nat 20?
Oh my god.
So you take a look at the ship, and May, you're, for whatever reason, you've got a good knowledge of sailing ships. And given the temperatures, given the coldness, your best estimate is the ship's probably been here a couple of years. Definitely not more than 5, just a few years, really.
Yeah, just a few years, and I know this because I spent like a year out on the sea.
Ooh, doing what?
We were chasing after a treasure,
Did you get it?
and I retired.
How much treasure was it?
It was a lot.
Oh,
That's what-
You have a lot of treasure. Were you a pirate? Says Brom.
No, I wasn't quite a pirate. I was just working with pirates.
do you still have the treasure?
I have my treasure. I have my portion, which is the bigger portion.
Would you like to share?
Well,
didn't use it.
I don't have it with me.
Oh no. Wait, you didn't bring it with you?
I didn't really have time to grab my treasure and everything out of my house.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, it would have been nice to have some nice stuff at home.
Oh, maybe when you get home, we could learn how to treasure hunt together.
Yeah, you totally can.
Thank you.
We're in the company of a privateer, says Brom. He seems oddly proud of that, considering that his job is to, stop crime and stuff.
Oh, I didn't do any crime. Never do crime.
I've never.
Imagine.
I have never crimed
imagine
once.
Imagine pirates doing crime.
No, I was just along on the ship, and they just happened to do things and give me treasure.
Well, yeah, either way, I wouldn't place any blame on you or anything like that. It's useful to have someone who knows the sea on board, he says as he stares at the frosty ship and wonders what the heck happened to it.
In fact, May, if that is where some of your background is, you recognize the Dark Duchess now that you have eyes on it. It's Captain Blue Moon's ship. Fairly well-known Luskan pirate. Spent a lot of time working up and down the Sword Coast. Rumor is he did make it to Chult at one point and is one of the few pirates to have gone from the ice to the jungle. A long route of piracy. He disappeared about 3 years ago, somewhere in the north.
You probably froze. It's so cold up here.
So what you're saying is like they had a whole like the terror situation going on? Probably.
Could be. Have to see.
Brom is going to stop trying to ride the cow, which is not successful, and he's going to go investigate the ship to see if there's anything useful on board or has anything to do with their goal.
Sure.
He got a 16.
16 for investigation. Are you climbing up on the bow of the ship? Where are you going?
Wherever it's lowest, because he's...
Because of how it is kind of frozen, there's these icy ropes that are dangling down. You're able to find a partial ladder hanging, and with a little bit of effort, you're able to get up on the deck of the ship. I'll stick you on there. What'd you get for your investigation?
16.
16? Let me zoom out a little bit. As you look around the ship, the first thing that you notice is on this foredeck of the ship, there are massive claw slashes. As you take a look at, you said a 16?
Mm-hmm.
They appear to belong to a dragon.
Oh. It was attacked by a dragon, he says, staring at it.
It's always dragons.
You also hear a thump and a growl from down below.
So,
Do we want to go check on that?
No.
Brom's kind of like
be the
freeze-
smart decision, but you know we're going to anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Brom, do you speak giant?
Does he speak giant? I don't know. Let me find out. Do you speak?
Everyone should have full control of your token. If you'd like to move on to the ship, you can move on to the front of the ship there without any problem.
No, sadly, he speaks Elvish.
Okay.
So, he did speak Yeti once, but that's a completely different bit of business.
Should hear that story some night.
But yeah, he just kind of like freezes.
Now that you're up on the foredeck, you can see that there is a massive hole in the deck of the ship. You can just see a bit of it over here. I don't know why there's a light wall there. Let me get rid of that real quick.
Neo's foolish enough to walk over to it and look down it.
You should have full control of your go ahead and stop before you get that far. So stop on the stairs right there. As you take a step on that stair, all of you watch as above these massive icicles that are hanging from the arms of the mast, a tentacle goes shooting out of one of them and tries to grab a hold of Neo.
Is this an ice roper? Oh no!
Ice who? Ugh. Why does it look
It's an
like
ice
that?
roper. Are you kidding me?
Why does it look like that?
Ew.
This is one of my favorite enemies in all of D&D, maybe.
That a good or a bad thing for us?
Bad, probably.
There we go. 25. So this tendril goes shooting down as Neo takes a step onto this, wraps around his waist, and begins hauling him up in the air. It would probably be a good idea if everyone rolled initiative.
Yep, we're gonna do that.
I thought we shouldn't have gone onto the ship.
You were just right. Oh my gosh, I rolled another natural one. What is happening?
I got 20.
20, perfect.
From the stick.
And then, Janie, are you able to use your token?
I am trying to, but my page keeps reloading over and over again.
Okay, no problem. If you can see the map, either on stream or anywhere else, then I can help you out.
I mean, also with a natural one.
I can't see it on roll 20 because it keeps loading.
Sure.
Just annoying.
What'd you say you got 20? I don't know why that stuck in my head.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where I am.
1, 2, 3, 4. In a descending order, and need to hit this button. I think that's the right button. No, we'll hit this button instead. Oh. There we go. May is first.
Wow. So I am about how far is that?
So as you take a look at where that roper is, it is about 40 feet in the air, hanging from one of the arms of the mast. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're about 70 feet away from it.
Wait, I can't do that because I don't want to hit Neo. But that's. I was going to do Cloud of Daggers, but that might hit Neo too. Since he's
so he's only a few feet off the ground. So the actual roper itself is quite a way up there.
Okay, I'm going to do Cloud of Daggers.
All right, go ahead.
And I'm going to just use one of these. Let me use the third level spot for that.
Okay.
Oh wait. I don't think I do an attack. I
think it's a saving throw for me. Is it dexterity?
Oh,
trying to remember.
Cloud of Daggers just happened.
Yeah, it does.
It's a really interesting spell. The caveat of it is it can't move anywhere, so creature can just move out of it.
Unless it's a roper.
Unless it's a roper. I mean, the cloud itself is, I only think, like 5 feet.
5 foot
Just
cube.
1 square, so.
60 feet. Go ahead and we'll step you forward about 10 feet if you're comfortable with that.
Yes.
And that will get you close enough to be able to reach that. The 4 in the blue circle, for those that can see it, is times 10. So it's 40 feet in the air. So you cast a Cloud of Daggers. What does it look like as you cast the spell?
I pick out a sliver of glass from my pocket and I toss it in the air and I say, I'm gonna slice you up.
This piece of glass goes flying, goes all the way up there, bursts into 100 equal-sized pieces of glass that start slashing in the air, and you see these tendrils just start waving around.
Yes.
Anything else?
And I think this is a bonus action. No. I'm going to. Can I use a bardic inspirations for Neo because he's captured?
Yes, you can.
Just burn his tentacle and escape.
I'll try my best.
You can do it.
You send a bardic inspiration that way, and it is the roper's turn.
Did I give you damage?
It doesn't happen till its turn. It happens right now. So go ahead and roll me 4d4. Oh, you went a spell slot higher, correct?
I went spells. Let me look at it. I just cleared out of it for some reason.
No problem.
I used a third level spell, so that is
third level. So that is 64, please.
Okay. Add it up for me, please. Beyond. I don't want to
do math.
Oh my gosh. It took it away from me. Guess it was that. Okay, let's see. 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3.
12.
Okay. Thank you for knowing how to do math.
The roper just howls as these pieces of glass cut across it. You just hit the tendril around Neo tightens. And Neo, you are taken 25 feet into the air.
Fun.
I'll put a 2 just for that. You're pretty close to the rope, but not quite. And it tries to start moving along this beam that it's on. And because of the angle, it is able to go that far along the beam above. And it's still just barely in that cloud of daggers, but it is close enough to send out some more tendrils. So the first one is going to go flying at Brahm, a 20 to hit, which will wrap around Brahm. The next one is going to...
Yeah, that definitely hits. Wait, what is his armor class of 6? Rip. Let me see. That's wrong. But yeah, no, that hits I think his is like 18 or something.
And then an 8 with a natural 1 means that it misses Astoria with the first one, but a 23 means it gets you with the third tendril. The fourth tendril is currently occupied. So right now, everyone except for May is wrapped in a roper tendril. Oh, and immediately you two are pulled upward 25 feet.
This is nice.
I'm not even gonna say my not safe for work comment here. But I'm just gonna keep going.
Imagine.
I'm just gonna keep going. Keep going.
Sounds good. Brahm, you're up.
All right. Oh man, how far off the ground are we?
So you're 20 feet off of the foredeck, but you're 30 feet up in the air.
So how much is that going to hurt me if I fall?
Only 2d6.
All right. He's going to chop at the tendril with his greatsword. Can he attack twice?
Go ahead. You can. So with a roper, you can. I go ahead and let you attack the tendril. It has an AC and hit points. It's much easier to damage a roper than the tendril because you're kind of limited, but that is something you can do. What did you roll?
He rolled a 14 for the first strike and a 19 for the second. I think he only has 2 attacks.
So as you start slashing your greatsword, you find that it is incredibly difficult to get the leverage you're used to. It's incredibly difficult to go through the forms you're used to. And as everyone else watches, you are just flailing at the end of a roper tendril wildly. And you do not connect with the tendril.
Oof, that is not good.
Wait, even with that 19?
Even with the 19?
Even with the 19. 19 missed.
Wow, that sucks.
Rox is so shook right now.
Anything else?
Let's see.
Bonus action?
I'm looking. I don't know.
I don't think you have one.
I don't think I have one either unless it tries to run away or if it tries to attack anyone next to him. He can hit it.
Okay. Neo, you are currently grappled by a roper.
Yay.
Ew.
Also, was that 25 points of damage that he took earlier?
No, you didn't take 25 points of damage. You're 25 feet in the air.
Oh.
You've not taken any damage.
Oh, thank God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Well, here we are. Neo's going to start shooting off produce flames at the creature's face.
Okay.
Because that's what we do here.
You follow that tendril right up to an icicle that seems to have a mouthful of teeth and one massive ugly eye.
A 14 and a 10.
Both of those will miss.
And then I'm going to, I don't even know if I can do this right now. Use a bonus action to use the dodge command.
No, it's an action to take the dodge action. Oh, key point.
Unless you think, yeah.
Yeah, my key point. To,
Okay.
Use the dodge.
Sounds good.
Action.
You are dodging. You are also flailing at the bottom of a roper tendril, but in a way where it looks like it's having trouble keeping a hold of you.
Oh, all right, that's it for me.
Astoria.
Okay. Seeing how this has gone, with just how various magic effects have worked or not worked on this creature, and very much wanting to stay away from these tendrils. First, Astoria is going to shout out towards Brahm and say, "Better luck next time. Take a bardic inspiration for my bonus action. That's my action. I'm gonna focus in on this eye and cast Dissonant Whispers. So it's gonna hear all of these like spooky, scary, echoey things inside its head. I need a wisdom save."
A wisdom save I will provide.
I'll cast that at second level before I see the result.
A 10.
Okay. Let me roll some damage. So it takes max, so it's 46. Make sure it does that correctly. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of sixes. And it did that correctly. Okay, so that is 21 psychic damage.
21 psychic damage. This thing just hisses at you down from above.
And on top of that, it immediately uses its free action, if available, to move as far as its speed as well away from me, which is not very far, probably. But
So its speed is 10, and it very slowly moves straight away from you, back into that cloud of daggers. So go ahead and give me 64 from May.
Oh no. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2.
4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2.
Yes, I think. Oh, it added up 18.
Okay, thank you. I lost track in there. This thing is moving away. It's howling. It drags all of you in the air along with it. So you're hanging in the air. And Astoria, as you are pulled underneath this broken mast up above, one of the icicles above appears to release.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look, it doesn't look like it broke. It
Nope,
looks
just-
more like something let go.
Yep.
And a very small icicle comes flying down towards you.
Yeah, the babies.
A 14 to hit.
Ooh, I think that does. Yep, that does hit me.
So as you are in the air being drug along, so you're 30 feet in the air. This one was, so it only falls 10 feet before it hits you. But this much smaller icicle drops. So that is 1d6. And as it does, it bursts with cold. I'll have to roll it manually. So you take 5 piercing damage. And 6 cold damage.
Oh my god.
As this thing falls, hits you, and then drops to the deck of the ship, and it just lands there with an unusually wet slap for something that looks like an icicle. And you look down, and it looks like some kind of a cross between a giant icicle and a maggot is
Yep.
wriggling on the deck of the ship. That is all of that. As the story is turned, May, you are up.
Okay, I think May will. Does she have her weapons with her?
Absolutely.
Okay. Could she get her crossbow out and try to shoot the eye?
You certainly can.
Okay. Actions. This isn't going to go so well. No, I got a nat one.
A
No,
nat
I got-
one.
Wait, I can't. No, it's a 7. I can't read.
A 7? Okay. Better
So
than a nat 1. You standing on the deck of the ship, you lift up your crossbow, you take a shot, and it sticks in the roper, but doesn't seem to bother it.
Okay. Let me see if I have any bonus actions. I am going to give myself an inspiration for next time.
Okay, sounds good. You have that ready. Anything else? I think that's everything. Do you want to move, or are you happy? Okay.
No, I'm not getting closer to that thing.
Okay. The roper starts its turn in a cloud of daggers. So go ahead and roll me 6d4.
Okay. 1 dice roll like you're supposed to this time. 5, 6. Roll. Okay, add them up. 16.
16. This thing is very unhappy about its situation, but it has 3 good meals, so it slowly starts moving out of that, away from... in fact, it does that, and it also goes up. So all of you are taking another couple feet up as it rises above and climbs higher up the mast. After it gets done moving, it reels in, and all of you are close enough that all 3 find yourself pulled up to the thing's mouth. Where, for fairness, it doesn't care who it takes a bite out of. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That's Neo is 3.
No.
So it draws Neo up to its mouth, and a 22 to hit is a good bite.
Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be a
For
lot.
just 13 piercing damage.
Just
That's
13.
not bad.
Just 13.
4, 2, 1, 2.
That's not one. That's not one. That's not bad.
And it is content with where it's at. Brahm, you are hanging 40 or 50 feet in the air now. Right next, or basically right in a roper.
Well, he is going to do a couple of different things. One of them is he's going to go ahead and cast Divine Favor, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
And it gives him an extra 1d4 radiant damage.
Okay.
So his sword begins to glow with light. And then he's going to smite this thing and try and hit it twice.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit. And you do have a bardic inspiration.
Great. Need all the help I can get. He's going to whack it right in the face.
I will say that you know a 19 missed.
I clicked the wrong thing. That's twice. And what's Bardic Inspiration do?
It adds a d8 to your attack.
So 1, 8. So the first attack, I think, would be.
First attack's a 17, which misses.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 22 will hit.
Okay. So he'll do.
And were you attacking the rope
What?
around you or the actual creature?
He's smacking the creature.
Okay. So that's 10 damage from your sword, and then your spell goes off as well. The branding smite is an additional how much?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Casting at level 2, so it does 5 damage, I think.
5 radiant. And then let's see.
Yeah. And then plus 1d4. I think.
And it begins to glow.
And then 1d4. Only 1 extra.
All right, so a total of 16.
So he does 16 extra.
16 total.
Yeah, 16
Yep.
total. Yeah.
So you swing your sword. This time you're a lot closer. You're able to get a little bit more leverage, and you're able to slash at this thing. And it seems unhappy that you are slashing at it, but it's got a handful of meals, so it's satisfied. Neo, go ahead.
Oh gosh. Okay. We're gonna do what we did the last time. We're right in his face, aren't we?
Oh yeah, it has you reeled up right up against it.
Okay, we're gonna produce flame it again.
Okay.
A couple times here, make sure we can do something this time. There was 119 and 18.
Both will miss.
Oh, Lord.
Weren't you inspired?
You do have
true.
you do have an inspiration.
I did give a bardic information.
Okay, I'll use it. See. Or should be like a 0. It was a 4, which I'll add to the first one. So 23.
23 will hit.
Okay. And that's 11 damage.
11 fire damage. This roper does not look very happy right now. It is hurting. It is bleeding from a sword wound. It's scorched on the side. It, quite frankly, seems disinterested in its meal at this point.
Ooh,
Bonus action of any kind?
I'll use my bonus action.
Oh, hey, did a 17 hit you? You were using dodge.
Yeah, that still hit.
Okay, never mind.
I
okay.
will use my bonus action to use dodge again with the key point.
Sounds good. So you have dodge going again. Astoria, you are up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to give it a headache, I guess.
Sure.
I'll take another wisdom save, please, and I'll just do this at first.
5 is a failure.
All right. Does 12 more damage, and it does the same thing.
12 damage and it runs. So right now, it has a hold of you. And it needs to get away from you as much as it can. The spell does not say it does anything like let go or anything like that. So it's just going to pull you all the rest of the way to the top of the mast. Sound good?
Oh,
Sounds
no.
Okay.
Also, HP, I did the damage wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So what I did was I accidentally said 2 things to use my bonus action instead of actual smite. So I would technically use branding smite and not do the other one, and also do 2d8 damage. Does that make sense?
So because of where we're at with hit points, we'll just have to remember for next time.
Yes, I was like, oh, that is completely wrong, but it doesn't make that much difference. But yes, go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. So it goes to the very top of the mast, 60 feet up. It is the piercer on the ground's turn. And May, you see come up over the side of the foredeck what looks like a 4-foot-long maggot, for lack of a better descriptor, flop itself over the deck in front of you, trying to slowly pull its way towards you. It's your turn.
But the party is 60 feet up in the air.
Correct.
Okay. I am going to polymorph myself
Okay.
into a snow eagle. I don't know if that's a real thing, but it's white.
All right.
Just to fit in with the setting.
Sounds good. Snow eagle it is.
And that's my action is the polymorph. And my movement is that I'm going to fly up so I can be closer to the party.
Okay. I don't have an eagle, so you're turning into a giant eagle, correct? That's the technical one, I believe.
Let me just double check. Yeah, giant eagle. I
think that's one of your options. Okay. So all I have is a hawk, but believe me, it's a giant eagle. And we will hide this part. And we will give you...
Sorry to that worm. He's just going to have to flop by himself for a little while.
And then with the touch of a few buttons and a little bit of magic, we will... There we go. You should be able to control that hawk now. Oh, wait. Never mind. You know what I mean. So you fly up there right next to him. That's the plan?
Yes.
Okay. You are right next to them. It is the roper's turn. The roper is bleeding profusely. It is hurting badly. It is no longer interested in its meal, and it's going to let go of all three of you.
Okay, I have a reaction.
Okay, go ahead.
Feather fall.
Okay, how many people?
All three of them.
All right.
Ow. Yes, not
And
getting
I'm close
smushed.
enough, because I'm the eagle. I'm close enough to you all where I can have you fall safely.
I will let it happen because that is awesome and good thinking. As all of you are released, and this roper crawls up and tries to hide in the crow's nest. Like you can see its point sticking up out of the top of the crow's nest. The three of you start to drop and then are suddenly caught and gently glide down before landing on the deck below.
Thank you.
Brom breathes the biggest sigh of relief because, yeah, the momentum is not his friend. He looks very relieved. He's not really sure what happened or who did it, but he says, thank you.
Good work, everybody, honestly. Is everyone okay?
Yes, for now. Because we're not done yet.
You hear below still a boom, boom.
Is the roper still hiding?
It went up to the crow's nest. It's hoping you all go away.
Can I attack?
Can you, if you want, on your when we get to your turn, you can. Brom,
Okay,
do you want to
yeah,
do anything?
Brom is going to do something.
Go ahead.
Brom is going to reach over to Neo and lay on hands and heal him for... I did not fix that. How much health is Neo missing?
I believe before... oh my gosh, I'm dying. I believe before I took 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, then you can get 17 health back, and now I have to do math.
Subtract that from your total.
Yes.
That's your action.
Now I can do 18. Yes. Okay. And then that's his action. So
yep.
What else can I do? I think I can do Sanctuary. Bonus action, yes.
Okay.
He's gonna Sanctuary Neo.
Okay.
You ward a creature against within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must make a Wisdom save. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want to move at all, or are you happy where you're at?
He's pretty happy where he's at. He doesn't really know what's under there besides Icicle Horror and Grunty Guy.
Okay. Then it goes over to, Neo.
Okay. So Neo is going to, he's just gonna go in head first. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna pull an Azarus, just go in head first. Very terribly too. He's gonna try to crawl or climb up to where the thing is that I don't know his name.
The roper, it's 60 feet up hiding in a crow's nest. So you want to try and climb 60 feet of icy mast? I'm fine with it if you are. I'm just asking.
I'm just like, you're gonna do it.
Okay, give me an athletics or acrobatics check. I'll accept either one.
Acrobatics. I am not getting any good rolls tonight. That's gonna be a 10.
A 10? So you can go half your speed up the side of this pole, but you're not able to make any more progress than that. So what's your speed?
45.
45, so you are 20 feet up.
But,
all of you watch as Neo jumps on the side of this mast and starts scrambling up and is just kind of hanging on to the side of it.
And you said he was 60, or it was 60 feet up?
It's 60 feet up. Yep, you're a third of the way up.
Okay, after that, I will... I'll take a dodge action, and then I'll end my turn after that.
Okay, so you also look up, and Neo is spinning on this pole about 20 feet in the air.
And you just...
Astoria, it's your turn.
All right, so there's this mysterious sound coming from below deck, right?
Correct. Do you happen to speak giant?
No, I don't.
Okay. At this point, does anyone speak giant?
Do the bards still have that spell that allows them to translate other languages?
Because that was something that I was thinking about. Because if I am like recognizing this like as a language that I don't understand,
It's safe to say you'd recognize it as a language.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cast tongues on myself.
Okay.
Ooh.
You cast tongues, and after a few minutes, this grunting down below starts to it starts to take the form of words, and you swear you can hear something going, "Damn it, open!" And then boom, 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 open.
Can I look like, because like there's this big hole in the deck, right? Can I just like
There is.
like even if I have to like go prone or something, can I just like take like a peek, just like put my head down there, like, hey, what's going on?
Yes, you can. Do you have any kind of dark vision of any kind, or are you putting
yes.
a light in there?
Yes, as an Aethamar, I do have dark vision.
Okay. Give me a stealth check to see if your efforts go unnoticed.
17.
17. Okay, that's perfectly fine. You stick your head down and look, and in the hold underneath, toward the back of the ship, there is a rather large humanoid creature, covered in fur, long gangly limbs, massive claws. There is an ice troll underneath, banging on a door at the back of this boat. Open, damn it!
Oh. Well, that's about all I can do, because it took me an action to do that tongue. So I think I will communicate this to the people closer to me. Like, that's a nice troll down there. That's it.
The piercer, that poor little thing, is going to turn around and flop back over the deck. That's all it can do. May, you wanted to attack the roper, I believe.
Yes. Do I use the eagle attacks for that, or do I use?
You use the eagle attacks, yes.
Okay, the eagle has 2 attacks.
All right, go ahead.
Talon. So I'm going to try to attack this scared roper with my talons.
Perfect.
Okay, that's a +5, so I'm going to roll that twice. So the first one is a 13 + 5, so that's 18. That's for the beak.
Okay.
And the talons is 15 + 5 is 20.
The 20 hits right on the nose. Eagle, you start slashing at it in your eagle form, and this roper, it's like spiky butt is like flailing in the air trying to dodge your talons. You catch it, and with its last hit point, no matter what you roll, your talon is able to get a rather important bit. And it flailing slows and then stops. And the creature goes limp.
Okay, then I'm going to fly down to see everybody.
All right. Where would you like to land?
Let's see. I am going to land. Let's see. see this boat. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
That's okay. Spells always make me look for a long time.
Well, I see 3 of you in the same. Well, 2 of you in the same spot.
Oh, they're next to each other down there.
That's what it looks like. Can I land there?
In that empty spot next to him?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just as my eagle.
Yep. So you land, you're actually a large eagle, so you occupy those 4 spaces there, and are set.
I could change, but I'm not. I'm just going to hang out as an eagle.
Sounds good. Brahm. You hear
All
continue banging down below, and Storia just whispered to you, there's an ice troll.
Oh, goody. Brom's favorite. Not really. I think the other one did a good job wiping the floor with us, if I remember correctly. At least for a while. Astoria can talk with it, right?
Correct.
Well, I think it's probably going to fight us no matter what, but Brom looks at Astoria as like, maybe it can be reasoned with. He himself is going to do something. What is he going to do?
Do you all want me to take you out of combat until this thing either sees you or you decide how to engage it?
Sure.
Works for me.
Because
Yeah.
at the moment, it's very distracted. It is banging on the door and yelling. And now that you're done fighting, you can tell that, yeah, even though it's just a couple dozen feet away, it was making just as much noise or more than you as you were.
I see. Should we try and approach it?
I mean, it's worth a try.
Brom nods. He wishes that he spoke giant. For now, he's going to cast Sanctuary and Protection from Evil on himself.
Okay.
And he'll offer to go down with Astoria to try and speak with it and hopefully not get smashed.
Yeah, sure. Let's try.
So you two are going to hop down into the bottom of the ship to talk to Ice Troll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And you moved Sanctuary to yourself.
Yes.
Okay. So I believe that falls off of Neo then.
Does Neo need help down from the pole?
No, so yeah, Neo can slide down the pole. That's no problem at all.
Okay. Then I'm going to drop my eagle form and head down following, as long as Neo's okay.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. Right now, he already made it 20 feet up, so he's just gonna stick there for now.
Ah. Oh, there we
Even though it's dead, right? I killed it.
Oh, thank goodness, says Brom. He looks relieved. He doesn't really want it to come in, like, you know, surprise them from behind or anything.
The two of you, Astoria and Brom, drop down into the hold of the ship. There are a few things that immediately draw your attention. One, in the upper right corner of the map there, is a pile of coins completely frozen. They are covered in ice. Underneath it, you can not only see coins, but you see goblets and just odds and ends, bits of treasure that are all stacked up in the corner and all frozen solid. What is equally noticeable is the incredible noise and the banging of an ice troll on the stout wooden boards of the room at the back of this hole. Storia, you can understand is, damn it, open, open, open.
Hey there, don't mean to bother you, but
It turns around and just what are you
Hi.
doing here?
We're just passing through, and we heard someone might need help. You're making quite a ruckus down here. Do you need help?
Is she back?
Is who?
Revision?
Who?
Revision?
No. Kind of looks up toward the top. No, if you're here, she's not back. One of its long arms and its gangly claw points. Can't get to them. I'll get to you. Licks his fangs and takes a step forward towards you.
Oh no.
Now, is tongues every language?
Yeah, pretty much.
You hear small voices from the other side. Oh my god, it's gonna eat us! From the other side of the door now that it's quieted down a little bit.
And I guess I don't know what language that is.
I think,
I just understand it.
yep. So yeah, you hear a small voice say that, another one goes, why did he stop banging? I don't know, he said he's gonna eat. He can't eat us, he didn't get in. Okay, everybody shut up, he'll go away.
All right, we gotta save whoever these dumbasses are.
Yeah, I love them. I haven't met them and I already love them.
Let's hope we don't die, because I remember the ice trolls are really hard.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's a quick one. May. You hear the noise down below stop. And you can hear Astoria say, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I want to get down there.
Okay, I will move you down. You fly down into the deck below and get a good look at Frost Troll that stopped banging and slashing, that is licking its teeth.
They're weak to Neos, so we're in luck.
That's true.
Yes, weak to Neos. You know, it doesn't have to end in violence, he says. Like From says, like he's trying to avoid saying we killed another troll, you know.
The troll just looks over at Astoria and says, tell the other one to quit making noise and lay down and die. Easier to open the can that way.
Yeah, that's why I think Astoria just looks at Brom and says, "This said some rather rude things, and I think negotiations are over."
Does it only speak troll? I mean, giant?
Speaks giant. That's all it speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
They're weak to fire.
I can't talk it into just leaving. Okay.
All right, May, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Brom said they're weak to fire. He's leaning on that. Oh God, what was that game? Dragon's Dogma. Anyways, I'm sorry if anyone's played that game, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I'm so sorry.
Okay, but the troll is by himself, right?
Yes.
So I could cloud a dagger him.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I am just going to use another third level spot for that.
All right. You have a cloud of daggers that appear around a troll.
I kind of stopped to do it. Like I'm done with this troll already.
It is the troll's turn. And it is going to immediately run up to all of you.
Great.
Uh,
My favorite.
Yeah. As it gets close to you, it gets very cold. It's already cold in Icewind Dale, but as it nears, you can feel that this thing itself, it just radiates cold. It runs up. It tries to take a swing at Braum, but has to make a wisdom save because of Sanctuary. Does an 18 passes, I believe.
It should. Let me see. Yeah.
It is going to try and claw you. A 15 to hit.
If that misses,
A 26 to hit.
that hits.
You take 11 slashing and 9 cold.
Ouch.
And then I need a Constitution save. (22), you pass, no
22.
problem. And after its first slash just screeches across your armor, the second one, you feel a claw catch a gap in your armor that reaches its head forward and tries to take a bite, like right at your collarbone. 15, you can feel the
Miss.
pressure, but it doesn't break through. Braum, it's your turn.
Braum is in a much better place than when he was upside down being held by a tentacle monster. So he starts muttering to himself, as one might do, and will go ahead and he's going to do two things. He is going to use his Burning Smite, and he's also going to attack with Divine Smite. Because these are two different things, apparently.
So Divine Smite you decide after you hit. Burning Smite is a bonus action. So you cast Burning Smite. Also, you take 10 cold damage because of how cold it is next to this troll.
Ouch. Alright, so he's going to try and hit with his greatsword. Oh, that's so bad.
That will miss.
Wow, this is real bad.
That will also miss. As you start flailing at this with your sword, the cold or that you're feeling, something just, it catches in your bones. You can't get any leverage. You can't get any pressure. Your sword slashes against it and just does nothing.
Rip. Alright, so he is going to...
That is a bonus action. That is everything but a move. Do you want to move?
Yeah, trying to figure out... Because I think in order to move, he'd have to disengage.
Yep. Well, you can move
Or
and it can
risk
just
the-
hit you if you want.
Yeah. Or risk the attack of opportunity. They might miss.
Yeah. I think I'll stay. He'll just tank the cold damage. It's
Okay.
worse if he gets hit.
Neo, you are still up above.
If he looks down from where he's at, can he see the troll?
Yes. You are just out of range above it of its cold. You can feel that it's there, but it's not that bad.
Can he jump down onto it?
I will allow it.
He's gonna do that.
You flip down into the hole and land on top of the troll.
Dive.
Literally just. Okay, and then he's going to use
Your first attack will be at advantage because it had no clue you were there and it just learned the hard way.
Hey, wait a minute. If that's the case, I'm going to use I haven't used this in forever. Oh my gosh, Burning Hands.
Okay.
I haven't used that in forever. Oh my gosh. And I need a dexterity save.
A dex save, and I will give it disadvantage. So a 10 will fail, I am certain.
Yes. You've got to be actually kidding me.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
That's 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage.
I hate my life.
No.
Absolutely hate.
This thing squeals like you wouldn't believe. You know you barely singed it, but it is unhappy about it.
And then, of course, he's going to summon up another fireball in his hand with his produce flames and hit it again. See if this one.
Okay, so Burning Hands is still a spell, even though it's a racial ability. Oh, Produce Flames is Burning Hands is a standard action, right?
And I have 2 actions, and the second attack did not hit.
Okay, well, you have a bonus action, so you wouldn't be able to do both spells anyway.
Oh, okay. And then, actually, because it didn't make any sense, I'm just going to flip myself right off of him, and can I use my action to move away?
You can move away if you'd like, and I actually will let you do that without getting attacked. He had no clue you were there. He's also burnt, so he's not thrilled about that. Where do you want to... So I jumped you off. Go ahead and go wherever you'd like.
I'm gonna go right here.
Okay. Astoria, you take 13 cold damage.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Well, I feel like seeing how very rude this troll was, Astoria is confident that maybe he's not as charismatic and is going to try to bane him.
Okay.
Charisma save.
Charisma save. I would say the odds are low. A 3.
Okay. So minus a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Sounds good.
Great.
And then I will. Is May still the giant eagle?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I am. Sorry.
Okay. It's great. It's great. Astoria will just look over to the eagle and say, "You're making all our hearts soar. Take a bardic inspiration."
1 bardic inspiration for a giant eagle.
That's my turn.
Do you want to move, or would you like to stay there in a cold aura?
I could move. I was like, I don't think I'm in range. So yeah, tell you what, I'll just like scooch on like over to this corner over here. That's probably good. We'll do that.
Perfect. You start ducking away from the reach of this ice troll. It doesn't get warm when you leave the aura, but it certainly isn't as badly cold as it was a second ago. This thing says, "Where are you going?" That is your turn. And this little thing. That's really funny. From above, May, you hear a kind of a squelching sound as this piercer rolls over the side of this hole and drops straight down on top of you.
Ew.
I have to move you for a second because I didn't have that open. It is a 14 to hit. Does a 14 hit you? As an eagle, I think you are you're a 13, so 14 does hit. That is just 1d6 piercing because it only dropped 10 feet. So that's 3 piercing damage and 4 cold damage. As this icicle-looking piercer, baby roper maggot thing drops on you and deals a little bit of damage.
That's really rude.
May, it's your turn. And you take 11 cold damage just for starting your turn too close to a ice troll.
Oh, I was needed. So I've got this piercer on top of me.
Yep.
And the troll
in front of you. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I'm gonna try to attack the troll, I guess.
Okay.
My mobile attack.
Sounds good.
So it took me a minute to figure out what to do because I've got 2 threats.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is a 16.
Uh, 16 is going to hit exactly.
Okay, the second one is a 16. I mean, wait, plus 5. 21.
21 will also hit.
Okay, so
Go ahead and
that's-
roll me some damage.
The first attack is 1d6 plus 3, so 4 for the beak.
4
and
damage. Your beak slashes at it.
2d6 for the talons. And it is 7 plus 3, so 10 with the talons.
10 with the talon. You rake your claws across this thing's face. It's just flailing its long, langly arms around. The story you hear, damn it! Calm down, chicken!
Oh, could I have my inspiration to that?
You can. Inspiration is to hit, so you wouldn't
Oh,
add.
never mind.
Okay.
Okay, and do I have a bonus? Don't have any bonus action I'm with you, so I'm going to that's my turn.
Okay, do you want to move?
Not with that thing on me.
Okay. It is the ice troll's turn, and it is very unhappy about what is going on right now. Growling and roaring. It's going to slash once at the eagle that just tried to hit it. 12 misses your 13. It slashes again, and 11 misses your 13. And out of just pure rage and anger, it tries to take a bite out of you. A 15 will hit your eagle form.
No.
Which is 6 piercing damage and 9 cold damage.
The poor chicken.
15, 3, 24, 30, 31, 32. You're at 33, which goes over the top of your eagle form by
Oh my.
7. So you pop back into May form and take 7 damage. Retrieve the May token and put you back on the right layer. There you are. You're back in May form and you've taken 7 damage.
So just 7 damage, not
Yep, all the rest was the temp HP of your polyform eagle.
okay. That's good.
He is very confused. Oh, the story you hear. Where'd the chicken go? You're not a chicken. Braum, your turn.
Brom is going to he's going to try and hit it, but he's also going to use I think this is his last branding smite when or if he hits it.
All right. It's so you haven't hit yet, so it's still on you.
Oh, okay. I don't have to do it again. Hooray! It's not wasted.
Nope.
All right. So he's going to try and hit with his greatsword. Hopefully he doesn't miss this time.
15 misses. And what was the other one? I missed.
24.
24 hits.
All right. So he cast both Divine Smite and Branding Smite. So
All right.
that's
What
6,
level are you going to divine smite it?
second level.
Second level. So that is 3d8. That sound right?
Let me look.
Starts at 2d8, and then you get an additional d8 for every level above first.
Yes, and that's correct.
So 12 plus 3d8 plus 2d6.
All right.
Woo! That is a solid 20. So that is 32. And then 2d6 radiant.
Mm-hmm. I think that was 6.
I don't see the 2d6. But if it was 6, that's fine. That's 38. You absolutely wail on this thing. Your first slash misses, but your second connects, and there is a burst of light and energy, and it howls in pain.
Get
not
out
looking
if you
great.
know what's good for you, he says, even though it doesn't understand him.
It yells out, "Why is food so sharp?" Neo, you're up.
I want this thing gone. Neo's going to start off by, of course, shooting a couple produce flame fireballs at said ice troll.
Sure.
Dirty 20 and a 15.
20 hits, 15 misses.
Okay. The first, or it's going to be 6 damage, 6 fire damage.
So you don't feel like this fireball was that powerful. In fact, it seemed a little bit on the weak side, but as soon as it hit, this thing just howls. No, stop it! No, 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 no. It is more upset by what you just did than what Brahm did to it moments ago.
And I'm going to. We're gonna get up close. Just because I can. I'm going to run up to it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use the key point to use Fury Blows.
Okay.
And that's going to be another dirty 20 and a 13.
13 misses.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. As you start wailing on it, yeah. Connect a few times. Stop it!
Sorry, I can't. Yeah, sorry. That's my turn.
Storia, you're up.
Okay, cool. How is this troll looking?
This troll is looking pretty bloodied. Not in good shape.
Okay. I think she will reach out with another spell again and try to blind it with a blindness deafness spell.
Okay.
I need a con save.
A con save from a troll.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Yeah. Minus a D4.
Minus a D4.
It's
You're
baned.
right. It is baned. 16.
That's my DC. I was so close.
It was very
That's all it
close.
took. I was like, the D4 would have mattered, but it's fine. Okay. I think I still have my inspiration active, so I can't do another one.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. The little baby roper on the ground kind of rolls sideways toward May and tries to whip its little tail at you. A 12 will not hit, so it just kind of rolls back. Your turn, May.
That little baby roper is rude. Landing on me, stopping me with its tail. I mean, I thought the thing was cute. I was going to adopt it, but now I want to have to kill it.
It's so mean.
Well, maybe depending on how my dice go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not far enough to do anything.
Oh,
Can I move?
so you are too close to the troll. You take 7 cold damage.
Okay. The troll is freezing me even more and I'm already cold. This is no fun. See, how far do I have to step back to use the crossbow?
You're fine. You can shoot from there.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll just shoot it. I'll try to.
Okay. I'd recommend moving just because you're in the cold aura of the troll, but it's up to you.
I get 17.
Yep, 17 will hit.
Okay, and that is 6 damage.
6 damage. You take a shot at the troll and stick a crossbow in it. It hits it in its shoulder, and it kind of looks down at it and picks at it a little bit, pulls it out and throws it on the ground and picks at the open crossbow, seemingly confused.
Which shouldn't have bit me.
Anything else?
I will move out of the aura. So.
Okay, I moved you out of the aura. Piercer cannot bite you because it is just a little piercer. It is the troll's turn. It will turn and face Neo, who keeps shooting fire at it and is not happy about that. And it's going to start clawing at you.
Understandable.
13 minus 2 is 11.
Miss.
16 minus 2 is 14.
Hits.
14 hits. All right. You take 9 slashing and 7 cold.
Okay.
And I need a constitution save from you.
That's a 5.
A 5. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
Yay.
It'll also try and bite you. 15 minus a d4 is only 12.
Miss.
All right, so it saved by a bane as this thing tries to take a chunk out of you and fails to. But you're not feeling too great about it. Brahm, you take 20 cold damage.
Ugh, so bad.
Oh, I'm rolling d10s instead of d6s.
Oh.
Just a
Oh
second.
my god. I was just like, yeah, that's
Five
so
five
much.
cold damage.
Okay,
You took
I was gonna
5
say,
cold damage.
Damn,
I would have cried.
it's a lot of damage. All right.
Jesus, I was gonna kill you all.
I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
you were.
this thing hits like the Satan pillar. From, the
That's
other
why that must have been why I grabbed the 10s. It was like the Levistus pillars. Go ahead, Brahm. Take your 5
All right.
measly cold damage.
All right, so Brahm is going to. He still has branding smite on apparently for a minute.
No, when you use it, it's gone. So.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I think I can actually only do one more spell. What do I want to do? I'm gonna do.
Unless there's a certain utility, you're almost always better using a divine smite.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll be using divine smite, but I think I'm also gonna divine favor. But yeah, it is a bonus action. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna use divine favor because I still have a bunch of those,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go ahead and use my smite if it hits.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. All right. Don't suck.
20 and 20,
Hooray!
both will
He
hit.
didn't suck.
Ooh.
All right. So.
So we're at 18
gonna
already.
do-
2d4s.
Yes. So 2d4. And then he's also going to do 3d8.
3d8 for a level 2 divine smite.
And that's his last level 2 one. So 15 and 4. So
18, 19, 22 plus
18.
So 18 plus 15 is a number that my
37?
27.
I thought,
Plus
wait,
4.
37.
No,
right?
37.
Yeah.
Yeah, 37. This thing is in awful shape. You hack off one arm at the elbow. Your other swing takes it off at the knee. It's standing on one foot with one arm, and it's just no, bad food, bad food, bad food. Anything
Yeah,
else,
we're going to have
bro?
to burn it with fire, he says.
That's the plan.
Sadly,
Nia-
Brock does not have fire.
Neo, it's your turn. You take 11 cold damage just for standing there, and I rolled 6s this time.
Not bad. That's not bad. All right, we're gonna burn this thing with some fire again. And we're going to use 2 fireballs to produce flame.
All right. Unless you take a step back for it to swing at you, you will be at disadvantage.
Oh yes. Well, the first one is a 13.
Okay. Misses.
And the second one is a 7.
A 7 also misses. So that's 2 fireballs. This thing looks desperate trying to get out of the way of these. It's twisting, it's moving. Your fireball hits the pile of frozen coins on one side. melts, and you hear a few trickle down. Anything else, Neo?
Key points for the dodge.
Okay.
Action. And that'll be all.
Astoria, you're up.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the thing, and yeah, since it can understand me, I'm just gonna look at it and say, I think the only thing worse than your bite are your table manners. I would like a vicious mockery, please.
That is
Wisdom
a
save.
wisdom save. It is. Oh no, it's baned. It's -1.
-1. Oh,
It looks like you go,
I almost feel bad.
what's a table matter? Roll me damage. It has 2 hit points. It looks at you and goes, what's a table? And then like its nose starts bleeding and it falls on its face in a heap. Everything gets a little quiet. You hear from the back of this, is it God? I think it's God. You go out. No. You go out. No.
You can understand them, right?
The
Yeah.
only person that can understand him is Astoria.
I was like,
So you could cast tongues on yourself, I think.
well, depending on what
Yeah.
spells he took.
Okay, okay.
Oh no.
Well, it's not something, but someone that's behind that door that troll was trying to get through.
Are they okay?
They sound okay.
Meanwhile, there's a
It's not a bit
piercer
scared.
that's like rolling across the floor, trying to take random swipes at May. But all you have to do is like take a step back every couple moments. It can't catch up with you ever.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and just kind of knock. Hello, is there someone back there?
Oh God, it's back! That's not what it sounded
No, no,
like.
no, no,
It
no,
might
no,
be
no.
it.
I'm
I heard
not-
it.
I'm
It
not
banged
the
on the
troll.
wall.
I'm-
It banged on the door. It's a door banger. Ow!
Okay, I'm sorry I knocked.
Why is it apologizing? I don't know. It sounds different. Maybe it is
Please just
different.
open the door.
No! There are
We're
three,
not going to
four
hurt you.
distinct voices that yell no.
Okay, what was the deal with this door? Like, how could a troll not get through it?
So this is a really heavy-duty, solid oak door. You're not sure what would be behind there, but there are claw marks across it where it has been clawing at it. But there's this layer of ice over it, and it's really thick oak. In fact, just for the sake of it, the voices you hear are super muffled.
Okay.
This is a heavy door of some kind. You can see in the handle there is a keyhole for what looks like a really big key is necessary.
I think Astoria will kind of look back to the group and say, either someone much stronger than me could try to break this down. I don't think that would work. Or we
I don't-
find a key.
Or we
I
can
don't-
try and convince.
I could talk
Okay.
them out. I'm really good at talking people in and out of things, but I don't know what language they're speaking.
I wish I knew what language they were speaking to, but I currently don't. I
I'll
just
search-
understand.
I'll search the troll body for a key.
Okay. You search the troll body. It's very cold, but there's no key.
If I listen to them for 1 minute, I could copy what they're saying, but I don't know what I'll be saying.
I love
Oh
that.
no. Brom is going to take that troll heart.
Okay, you have a troll
Ooh,
heart.
All right, sweet.
Make sure you
Gonna
add
store
that
it.
to your stuff.
Oh yeah. Let me do that before I forget.
Can we look around the room for a key?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Yeah, I think I'm also gonna join in on that.
Go ahead.
15.
A 15 and a
12.
12. The two of you start making your way around this room. It's seems to be just the I don't know, it's where the crew sleep. It's kind of the hold where most of everything happens. There's a large pile of treasure covered in ice. There's various hammocks hanging from the top. But and as you get closer, you can see on the other side of the pile of ice, there's also a frozen crag cat that is there as well. And it is in a solid block of ice.
Neil's gonna start warming up the ice to melt it with his produced flame.
Sweet moolah time.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Das. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Das.
Wow, thank you.
So we're getting to the end of tonight. So what I'll do is we'll give him something nice. We'll be nice to him. We'll give him something. Well, I owe you something nice. I already owe you something nice.
So many nice things.
There's a lot of nice things.
More.
There's always gimmies with you.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. We already have some coming, so all right. This is okay. I've got a plan. Where's the treasure button? There we go.
The treasure button. Oh.
Yeah, you have to hit the treasure button. You all are about there. This. All right. So you look around. There's definitely no key in here. You start melting away the ice that is over the top of these coins, and they start to peel away. It takes some time. That first blast of fire that a few coins fell down was a complete outlier. You got 2 silver coins out of that, but as you start producing flame, it's taking some time to get anywhere. How much time do you want to invest in trying to melt this?
I would say a good 10 minutes is what I would probably do.
Okay, you spend 10 minutes producing flame into this ice, and you start getting a feeling that there's something odd about this ice compared to the other ice in the room. It is much, much harder and much, much denser. And after 10 minutes, you have not made any progress. You've only made it more clear.
That's weird. Can anybody detect magic?
Unfortunately, no.
Hearts would have been perfect.
I would take either a knowledge nature or an arcana check, either one.
I'll do a
Join in.
Oh gosh, he's dominating
I'll do
both
an
of them.
arcana.
Nico. Oh wow, so bad. Okay.
Nope. Mine's not even bad. I just roll poorly.
Can I do an arcana too?
Go ahead.
11.
I only got 5.
11, 5. What about the rest of you?
8.
8. Okay.
7.
7. Oh boy, this ice is hard.
Mm-hmm.
No
Wait,
wonder.
it's full too?
Oh.
Wow, this is weird how hard this ice is.
I think at that point, Astoria would just walk back to the door and say, "Please, we're not trolls. I promise. We don't want to hurt you."
Can I just call out in like a comment like we're not, I swear.
You could just barely hear on the other side. I'm not opening the door.
Do you speak common?
They do not say it in common.
Sorry, he was calling out to see if they answered, if they replied.
No, they
Yeah.
don't. They don't respond to you saying anything in common.
All right, and I think Astoria's gonna like mimic some like loud like steps walking away and just say, "Well, well, everyone, I guess that just means we get all of these shiny gold coins to ourselves."
Go ahead and roll Persuasion or deception, whichever
Okay.
you'd like. Probably deception, technically.
All right. Oh, my deception's just a little bit worse, but still okay. 26.
Ooh.
You can hear the conversation on the other side. I think they went away. He said they're going to take the gold. Yeah, our Viderace is going to eat them. They're dumbasses. I'm not going out until I know she's gone again. She's not here. They're going to take the gold. Fine. I'm not taking it. She's going to eat them. I know that, but they don't know that. That's what you hear through the door.
There's a damn it look on Astoria's face when she hears that. They don't want to come out.
Does anyone know how to pick the lock?
Not I.
Nobody has a key.
Rom shakes its head. I can try and force it, but a troll tried that and didn't succeed.
Yeah.
How hard could picking a lock be?
I mean, I think if we just talk to them, we could see if they'll come out or let us in. They seem really scared.
Astoria, you're getting a feeling that they're not budging, especially when you heard
Yeah.
them say, our Viderace will eat them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they seem to be very scared of our Viderace.
Viderace. We should. Is this her nest? He says, looking around.
All of you with your terrible rolls going, oh gee, this ice is hard. As soon as our Viderace gets said out loud, it kind of settles in. That's white dragon breath that froze that treasure in the corner there.
Oh.
We should. He looks around and he's like, notices that, kind of like reassesses and says, we should probably not stay here.
Just leave them in there?
They're free to leave now that there's no troll.
True. We can only do so much.
I mean,
Well-
as I said, I can open that door, but
Maybe they'll leave once we leave.
I think so.
You think if I played them a song, they'll know that we're not trolls? A troll can't really play music, right?
It's worth a try.
you can try. Brom is going to check on his white dragon egg and hope it doesn't start peeping.
You pull out your dragon egg, and it is as cold as usual, but as you are close to that dragon ice, you get a feeling it responds a little bit.
He's going to place it on top and is somehow glad that Mirth isn't here to tell him to make an omelet.
You put your white dragon egg on top of this treasure pile frozen with white dragon breath, and it seems to just kind of settle in, and you can feel movement within, almost a contented buzzing.
Oh, I needed dragon breath the whole time. Can he chip some of the dragon breath?
You can start hacking at it if you want.
He just wants some to incubate it in.
You can start hacking at it if you want.
He's gonna try.
Okay. How much time are you going to devote to it?
Well, these guys are trying to diplomacy,
Okay.
whatever those little guys are. He's
Sounds
gonna
good.
try this.
And May, go ahead and roll a performance check. We'll see how impressive your musical arrangement is.
Okay. Please be a good roll. 18
18?
plus my bardic inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. 1d8.
3.
3, 18, that's 21. You start playing, and you can hear them clapping to the beat on the other side of the door. And you can kind of hear, I mean, you're a musician, you're a retired bard. You know the sound of dancing feet when you hear dancing feet. And there are definitely dancing feet on the other side of that door. When you get to the end of the song, you don't understand what they say, but Astoria, you hear from the other side of the door, "That was a good song. That was a good song. I like that song. How long's it been since our Viderace has been here? A couple hours. She'll probably be back soon. That's too bad. I liked that song."
As soon as she hears that and knows the context of who this dragon is, you're like, we need to go now.
Okay.
Worth a try. Brom, are you ready?
Brom kind of nods. He puts whatever little ice chips he has on top of the snow in his bag, and he's going to put the dragon eggs back.
You're barely able to get a few slivers off of it.
Damn. Well, he puts it back all the same. He doesn't want to wait for a Viderace.
Okay. Heading back up to the top deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me stick you back over there. You climb back up on the top of the main deck of the ship. Taking a look around, you can see the various icicles hanging from the mast. You do notice a few of the... there are 2 doors that are much easier to see now that something's not trying to kill you. There is a door to the cabin in the back of the ship, and there's a door to the front as well. The deck itself is covered in claw marks. It looks like, with this context, it looks like our Viderace has landed and taken off from here a number of times.
Brom is going to, well, they need to get the hell out of here, but Brom would recommend checking both of those doors first before they leave.
Oh, and the other thing you can see, this map is making this difficult for me. In fact, I'm going to put you on this side of it because that's easier for now. The other thing you can see is up above where the wheel to the ship is, there is also what appears to be where a ship's bell would be, but there's no bell there on the forecastle, or the aft castle, whatever it's called.
I'm gonna go return that bell to that point, and actually we should search those rooms first before I do that.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
What about your whale friend?
Yeah, we need to call him.
Yeah, he'll be here, I'm assuming, once we ring the bell.
And we need to hurry up and do that before
The dragon
Friend comes.
I can check the back if somebody wants to check the front.
Brom offers to check the front.
Okay.
I'll go too.
So the 2 of you head to the front, and the other 2 to the back. So we'll do that. I will move you this way, and we'll start at the front of the ship. There is a narrow hallway with 4 doors coming off of it. Yeah, they're hard to see because of where you're at, but they are to the left and right there, and then to the right of Astoria and directly ahead.
Brom's going to open the door to his right and peek in there.
It's a little frozen, but with a little bit of a push, it comes unjammed. You look in, and there is a fairly nice bed against one side. I will get rid of the door there. Oh, and the door here. There we go. It looks like it's probably the first mate's cabin or something.
Any signs of any, go good?
Nope, it's all cleared out and empty.
Yeah. Oh well, he's going to go to the next one.
Across to the other side, On this narrow cabin, there are several shells and containers scattered on the floor amid piles of dirty bandages. Small clusters of dried leaves have frozen to the floor in places. There is a disheveled, frost-covered bed in an alcove under the wooden staircase.
I guess he'll check under the sheet really quick.
You're able to look around and you find 3 vials that are still intact.
Ooh.
You find 3 vials of antitoxin, rather.
Ooh. Go ahead.
And then a vial of holy water.
Yeah, I think Astoria is gonna look to her left then, see what's going on.
Of holy water. Looking to your left.
Oh. Oh, hi, Bron.
Oh, I just yeeted you. There we go. You open the door. As the door comes open, there's this light breeze that comes through a broken side of the ship, and you can see parchment papers fluttering off of the desk onto a floor. There is a large, detailed map of the Sword Coast along one wall, and a general sense of this is probably the chart room.
Interesting. How old do these charts look?
Not very old. They're newer charts and newer maps. What does catch your interest, though, is there is unlike everything else that is dirty and covered in frost, there is a perfectly intact sextant sitting on top of the maps in the middle of the table.
Ooh, I will definitely check that out then.
Okay. So you have one mysterious sextant.
Ooh.
And if you're not familiar with the term, it's the little telescope with thing on bottom for anyone watching that may not know what a sextant is. I don't know what it does, but I know what it looks like.
Ooh.
And then the final room is just storage. Everything is gone. All the barrels are empty. There's mooring ropes, fish hooks, fishing gear. Odds and ends.
Yeah, that's all right. Brom's going to help escort Astoria out of the room so they don't get ambushed.
You dodge a few piercers as they drop from the ceiling, but we're not going to go through that. At the back of the ship, we have Neo and May. The door opens up, and inside is the captain's cabin. It is fairly well furnished, even if frozen over. A few things catch your attention. One, yes, like everything else, everything's covered in frost. 2, there is a human corpse slumped against the wall on the port side. Its left arm is draped over a chest. There are a number of bottles laying on the ground around it. The skeleton wears a jacket and a wide brim hat. Under its right arm is a small book. And yeah, that's what you see there.
Okay, I'll walk over to the body. I'm assuming it's the captain, poor thing. And I'll pick up the book.
Okay.
What does that book say on it?
It says Dark Duchess is on the cover, the leather cover. You flip through a few pages, and it seems to be a general journal of where the Dark Duchess has been, ships that it's encountered, loot that it's collected. At the end of every section, there is a list of everything that's been taken. And as you flip through, there's one final entry. The last entry says, "That damned white dragon is back, circling above me like a vulture. I reckon she could carry this ship back to Luskan, were she of a mind to die of starvation, bitter cold, or a dragon. Choices, choices, choices."
And then can I search the body for anything that might be of interest, like a key?
You search the body, and it has 2 keys on it. One is a very large, heavy iron key. and the other is a much smaller, finer key of brass.
Okay, I'll use the brass key on the chest.
It fits perfectly. You open it up. There are a dozen wine corks in a third of the chest to the left. And to the right, there is a number of things that I'm going to put in Roll20. There are 150 gold pieces. There's 520 silver pieces. There is a small gold bracelet worth 25 gold pieces. A large gold bracelet worth 250 gold pieces. There is a small gray bag. There is a number of you can't tell immediately what it is, but after you get all of the coins off the top, it seems like most of the chest is covered. There's a cloth covering whatever's on bottom. And as you pull away the cloth, there is this beautiful, gleaming blue set of armor.
Oh,
Cool.
snatch it up.
As you start taking the pieces out, it doesn't take long before you realize it is full plate.
Oh,
Nice. Brom can use it to get bigger.
yes.
He can become true lobster.
Looks valuable.
He's ready to be a lobster.
Not a lobster.
He's definitely a lobster.
Can you search what was ever in that small gray bag?
The small gray bag, you open the bag and you reach in and let's see. You pull out a small fuzzy ball.
Hmm.
What?
He's gonna squeeze the small fuzzy ball.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d8.
Oh Lord, I'm scared.
Oh no, what?
It's only good things. You're gonna love it.
They said like, no.
Roll the d8. You're gonna love it.
It's a
Are you
4.
sure?
A 4. You squeeze that fuzzy ball in your hand and like you feel the pressure and it pushes back against you and starts growing. And it grows really quickly and it sprouts 2 little legs and a little curly tail and then tusks come out the front. And after just a couple moments, there is a full-grown boar that's standing on the ground in front of you.
Oh,
Hey buddy, how are you?
Rubs its head on your leg.
Aw, would you like to come with us?
Kind of trots next to you.
I'll take that as a yes. He's just gonna pick up
Aw.
the board and he's gonna head back to May. Look what I found.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure exactly where it came from, but I'm not complaining. It's so cute.
It is.
Did you happen to find anything else in this room?
Was there anything else in the room?
As you look underneath the bed, and this is, so everyone knows, this is all the generosity of Das that's going on here.
oh,
You search underneath the bed, and you are able to find a beautiful rapier.
ooh.
I want to like twirl it.
It is the most ornate rapier you have ever seen in your life. It is gorgeous. It's a +2 rapier.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
cool
pulled
as
that.
heck.
Really nice though.
With all this, does this make us pirates now? Or make me a pirate at least?
Pirate
Yeah.
King Neo's new goal.
Yes, but
New goal.
Yes.
He's gone from Naruto to One Piece.
Ever evolving. Wait, what'd you say?
I don't think we could take this ship. We'll have to find another ship for us to sail
That's
on.
okay. This one seems a little damaged.
Yeah.
We have one, just a lot smaller.
Oh, that's true. Can he also go to grab a captain's hat and wear the hat?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, he's gonna do that. Well, I guess
Monkey D. Neo now.
but I don't know how this keeps evolving, but I'm not complaining about it. Well, I guess let's go join the others so we can get out of here.
The four of you meet back up on the deck. What is the plan?
So I found a few things in the room. One of them is this key, which I'm pretty sure will unlock downstairs if we want to help them out. And then I also found this book, the Dark Duchess's book. It has a few things written in it. Brom, I'm going to hand this to you because you'll probably want to actually read through that since you're better at reading than I am. And I also found you this armor as well.
Oh, thank you. Brom looks at it. It's definitely better than his, but now he has to hope it's not cursed. But I think you need an Arcana check.
After a short rest, you can understand magic items in 5th edition.
For now, he's gonna put it on and hope he's not cursed. How's that? He puts his splint mail away, and will wear new blue armor, and again, hope he is not cursed.
The first thing you will notice as you finish putting the armor on, when you strap the last piece in place, everything gets comfortably warm.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he feels cursed. I was like, okay, come on. Wait, sorry. In my other game, there was some kind of in cursed armor that like makes you dance until your legs bleed or something. It was terrible.
No worries. I hate cursing items unless you have a reason to believe it's cursed. So there you go.
Don't. It's just me being myself. But yes, I'm warm. He says with surprise.
And then Neil will hand the key to Historia. I'll leave it up to you if you want to go ahead and free them, since you know what they're saying.
I don't have much time, but I mean, I can at least unlock the door in case they are stuck. Not quite sure if they are or not, but at the very least.
You have to do the bell.
Probably join them.
Also very fair. Well, all right. Gotta go back down below deck and use the key.
Okay.
Yes.
Is everyone going down below?
Everyone's going down below. Except for Captain
We're going down
Neo.
below Captain Neo.
Captain Neo staying on deck?
Yeah, I'll stay on deck.
Mayo go down.
Okay. So Neo, you'll stay on deck. Everyone else goes down below. You head over and fairly easy to unlock it. You can feel how heavy it is. As soon as you get close to the door, you can hear the whispering on the other side. And when the lock starts to turn, it becomes like a panicked whispering. You crank at this giant metal key, and there's this. You can feel these huge bolts being pulled back. The door swings open. Now that you can see better, the walls are foot-thick oak, 2 beams side by side. The door is probably 8 inches, with the rest of it being the 2 massive locking mechanisms of just inch-thick iron. As soon as the door opens, you are hit with the smell of rum.
Yeah.
There are 3 kobolds lounging on barrels, looking toward the door as it starts to open. And as soon as it swings open and the door slams against the side, a 4th one pops its head up out of one of the barrels. It goes, "Do you think they can see us?" Neo, you on deck hear an earth-shattering
Uh-oh.
And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So, we close out tonight with Dark Duchess having been fully looted, an ice troll having been killed. Well, fully looted. There's still blocks of ice covering a great deal of treasure in the corner of the room. And a rather ominous, earth-shattering roar from above. So we will have to wait and see what happens with Captain Neo on deck and the others down below. But before then, we will say our goodbyes. We'll also do any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms for the next couple minutes. I will say, to start things off, Janie, thank you so much for joining us as our guest this evening. I hope you had fun with the Cold Hands, Warm Heart crew.
Thank you.
You cut out right as you said that. What was that?
But you ended me on a cliffhanger.
I know.
Literally.
That's how it works.
Yeah, how dare.
That's how it works.
That just means Janie has to come back.
You cannot keep every guest.
Listen, so
we're not keeping every guest.
Somebody has to say it.
That's what spirits do. They just
Literally.
Yes.
Anyone have any thoughts on how things went with the Dark Duchess? Did you enjoy the Ropers and the Piercers?
For sure. I'm such a nerd about that particular enemy in D&D 5e. I don't know what it is, but they're just so neat to me. It's like, wait, I wasn't expecting to see one in Frostmaiden. It's so great.
I love the little baby ones.
Yeah, the baby one was cute, but it kept trying to attack us.
Well, there were like 5 others up there that just never dropped down. I mean, they're like crawling all over the ship at this point.
Thank you. Didn't need any more. Didn't need any more.
Didn't need any more.
Yeah, you all almost fell like from a really high distance.
I can't believe the same piercer hit you twice, though, or hit 2 people. I didn't think it would ever hit 1 person, much less 2.
Wow.
You're doing some work.
Yep. Any other thoughts from anybody about how things went? Good, bad, otherwise?
No, I had fun. That was really good.
All good. It was nice to be back. Because last month was so long.
It was a long month away, yep. So...
This was a lot of fun. I definitely agree.
So good.
Joining us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And I'm just going to cling to you all.
Excellent. Yes, thanks. Yes, some more.
We our plan for a while is to go with some rotating guests for a bit. We've had a little bit of some shakeups at the table. That is something that happens naturally in long games like ours. So we are... Oh, how long have we been playing? I think we're...
More than a year.
More than a year at this point. So I have greatly been enjoying it. As far as all of us will do our outros, so let us know who you are, where we can find you, and anything fun, wild, and exciting you have coming up. We'll start with our guests. Janie, why don't you say your goodbyes and where we can find you?
I am JaniePot7575 on Twitter. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I did until like 5 seconds ago. But anyway, this was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to find out what happens next.
Fantastic. Up to T.
I'm T. You can find me very occasionally on Twitter as Dr. T. Houston. You can also find me on Tumblr as Jeremy at tumblr.com. Otherwise, you can find me here in 2 weeks playing Braum again, the ultimate in himbo technology.
Perfect. Up to Sir Heck.
Everybody, it's me, Sir Heck a lot, you know. You can find me on all the social medias at Sir Heck a lot. It's usually the best place to figure out where I'm going to be next in the TTRPG space, but I'll give you just a little preview for the next week or so. Tomorrow you can find me on the Hype Goblins channel playing in a Numenera campaign. You can find me there every Saturday for the foreseeable future. We just had our premiere last week, so you still have enough time to join and see all the juicy plot details. On Monday, you can find me back here for Emerald Expeditions. I think never mind. we were joking about having an underwater episode, but I don't think that's true. Tony doesn't tell us that. But definitely join us. It'll be a fun adventure nonetheless. On the 23rd, this coming Thursday, you can find me on my own channel for Dungeons and Discussions. Is a D&D podcast I co-host with Heinz Dungeon. And our guest for this month is our very own Turk Accented. So if you like the stuff that Turk does and GMs, definitely check out this episode. Then lastly, a very special one-shot on the 29th that I'll be running over on Lost Caravan RPG as a Alice in Wonderland themed week. I'll be doing a 5e one-shot based on different suits of cards, basically being different kingdoms. It's going to be like all the political intrigue. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
But yeah, not for me, but just in general, there is one bundle still live on itch right now, is the bundle for Buffalo, that is raising funds to help folks that were victims of the hate crime that occurred there. So you still have like 2 or 3 days to contribute. So if you can, please do. There's some amazing incentives for donating more than the minimum amount, being done by Neon Lights, by Possum Punk. So definitely check those out and support if you can. But yeah, that's it.
Perfect. On to Rocks.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rox. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Wizard King Rox. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Well, you had a return to joint streaming with Brito, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how was the Corey?
How
oh my God.
How did it go?
Oh, I had not nightmares, but I'm already like a jumpy, scary, nervous, anxious person.
Oh, no.
So after playing that, I was just like, where's the big burly men that are bloody? So yeah, that's fun. So if you want to see that, then you can follow me on Twitter, because I'll be posting when we go live with that, whenever we go live with that. But yeah, except for that, you're all beautiful.
Fantastic. And I am and have been the Last Hit Point Hero. You can find me on TPK Roleplay. Let's see, a player on... Look, it doesn't say Lost Ark.
Wait, what were you doing?
I literally streamed for one level of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I didn't even put on my headset. I didn't even turn on a microphone. I just streamed it for a level so that it would not say Lost Ark when you did that tonight. If you go on my Last HP tweet, it says I'm only going live, so when Sir Heck shouts me out later tonight, it doesn't say Lost Ark.
Oh my God, I didn't see that.
So
that's very funny.
I sat there by myself for that level just so it would say Lost Ark. So you can find me on TPK Roleplay. Love it here, love the games. I am in 2 weeks from now on a Tuesday. We'll be in the Oathsworn. And it's that and this right now. So I'm kicking back, relaxing, and coasting for a bit. That is us for tonight. Thank you for joining us for a little bit of a longer session. Wanted to make sure that Janie got her fill. And until we see you again, there's just one rule. Be good. Bye-bye.
Thank you.